28 months just like that. Okay, hand medium light skin tone. Here's to 28 more. Much love, amigo.
Hello! Hope you're good, guys. Thanks for coming in. Will we see broken legs 3 for 3 today? No, wait, I ain't broken my leg all year.
Hello, have a great running day.
I haven't broken my leg all year. It's a fact. That is a fact you can take to the bank. I didn't break my leg yesterday. I definitely didn't, to the same dudes, get my leg broken and have to wait for 25 minutes for it to heal, only for them to break my arm and make it impossible for me to win the fight against the same players. They broke my leg, they broke my arm. The fuckers. Fuckers. If they could shoot straight, I probably would have won. Anyway, Poxic, thank you for the 23. Bristol, thank you for the 38. I hope you're good. Seductive Sociopath, thank you very much. Here's to 28 more. Thank you very much. V on DayZ, thank you too. Hope you're well. They did break my arm twice. You're right. I had against the same people. I had 2 broken arms and a broken leg. I think my dude had brittle bones disease or some shit, you know.
Working from home and looking forward to the stream.
How's the P? Says Bumpers. Someone else says, read my mind. I know you're all concerned about my genitalia, guys. Sorry, Ariana's just been sick in her own mouth. I understand. Sorry. Yeah, not any better than yesterday. Not any better than yesterday. I actually was watching the vid for Saturday that Finn had edited, and I got 5 minutes in and I just gave up. I couldn't sit on the chair. But I didn't have any... I ran out of paracetamol, so I've been out and bought paracetamol and ibuprofen, and hopefully it'll be alright. But I feel better now than I did at 10 AM or at 9 AM, whatever time it was. But yeah, I wasn't enjoying sitting in the chair this morning, I've got to say. I was concerned even before this. Yeah, I can completely see, Shabazz. I understand. Right, who did I miss? Boom Boy. Thank you very much for the 29. Working from home and looking forward to the stream. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Right, let me just join the server. I've got epididymitis red. We could do an epididymitis count. It's on 2 at the moment. See how many times I say epididymitis through the course of the stream. We're on 3 at the moment. 3. I know a chair that could help you feel more comfortable. Send selfie of my face. I don't know what to say to that. Well, I guess I do. I just laughed, right? Fair play. All right. Does it look comfy? I like comfort. I broke my legs twice last night, stepped on a landmine, then not even half an hour later stepped into a bear trap. Jesus. That's some impressive trappening. There's some trappers. They will trap you, wouldn't they? Right, I'm turning the music off. I'm about to be in. Uh-oh. I don't seem to be having any Shadowplay things working. What's going on, Shadowplay? Instant replay is turned off. Right, let's turn that on. Let's see if it'll work. It's working. Ooh, and I've got Beriziki as well. Oh, not the lady. I don't want to be the lady, though. Fuck me dead. Oh, you can't see, but it's okay. You're not missing anything.
Happy 13 months. Cheers, Paul.
You're not missing anything, guys. Don't worry. I know you can see now, but you weren't missing anything. I was happy about the spawn, and then very sad about the fact that I'm not my guy. Blaine, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Some broke his leg in a trader. I shot him with a Cupid arrow and got banned. You got banned? Seems a bit harsh. I think she was having a very lovely time, Ariana. I think she sounded like she was having a nice time, you know? I've never heard noises like that myself. This is... Oh, we've got Bereziki again. It's a beauty! Oh, that's karma. I deserved it. My fire's still burning. Oh, fuck me dead. Fucking fuck. Right, let's hope the glitchiness goes away. I can always relog, but I don't want to relog. I only just joined the fucking game. Oh, got a hat. Some capri pants that I can cut up. I bet I ruined my fruit, didn't I? I bet I ruined the fruit like an absolute pleb. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I did ruin it. Oh, fuck. I was hoping for free fruit. Someone's looted this recently. There's nothing at the boats. The boats are a gold mine for fishing hooks and fishing rods and desync. Yeah, I was a bit gutted I missed out, Ariana. I was going to be meeting him on Saturday. But I'm glad I cancelled because I was a bit ill.
Slowly catching up with
and I didn't think it was wise.
Enjoying the streams as always.
And then on Saturday I was genuinely like properly struggling. I was struggling a bit on Monday to stream because my breathing was bad. You know, I only had a cold, but it affects my asthma. But on Saturday I was bad. I was too ill to go. So I'm gutted I missed him. He's a good dude, Joe. Obviously I met him at TwitchCon last year. He's a nice dude. I would have liked to have gone. I've been a bit better about doing stuff like that where people ask, you know, like, this is not an invitation to invite me out in London, by the way, but people I know, I mean. Yeah, right, but yeah, it's not always feasible. London's like it's like a 2-hour drive and then an hour on the tube kind of thing, you know, so it would have been the whole Saturday, but that would have been fun.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. There is a boat spawn here, but the boat's always gone. It's never here. I think people look here for boats really often, so it's never here. Except for when it is. Then it is here. Yeah, I'm not going to fish from my own dead body, Duffster. I'll take the free fruit, but cultivating my own bones to fish seems a stretch too far, you know? I think that's just seems a bit too easy. Need to make a quick stop in Denver during one of your many globetrotting sessions. The Broncos. That's cool, Ariana. It's also a bit awkward, I can imagine, yeah. Food on the car. Okay, so I'll go back. I'm going back, so I'll get it then. Thank you. Got to check the boats. We've got a fishing hook.
My friend just bought a 15-inch toy called the Darth Invader, and we've been hitting each other with it all night.
Darth Invader. Interesting. I'm not sure it's for hitting, if I'm honest, but unless you're using the term hitting in a slightly creative way. Nonetheless, I don't want any pictures. Thank you. Wizard, thank you very much. Wizard, thank you very much for the support. Room number 101, thank you very much. Ruffmus, thank you as well. Slowly catching up with my age. Oh, dude, thank you. Just stop at 38 with your age, I mean. Blaine, thank you for the cheers for the 13 months, Blaine. Thank you very much, too. And Poxic, thank you very much, too. Cheers for the support, peeps. Thank you. Oh, another hook. Let's just upgrade that hook. Let's upgrade that hook. We got all the hooks. So many hooks.
Thanks, Paul.
I feel like there probably would be a fishing rod unless I was unlucky. I did get one yesterday. Oh, there's another hook. Look, I'll stop saying hook now. It's annoying me. Ski gloves? Mr. Gzeng, thank you very much for coming in. Asa, thank you for the new sub. Cheers for the new one, dude. Thank you for subscribing. And Gzeng, thank you for the close to 2 year-ing. Thank you. Cheers, Wisp as well. Thank you very much.
Oi,
cheers, dude. Thank you.
Smiley face.
Yeah, I am, Ariana. I have been doing since last year, you know, like going to TwitchCon. The year before, there's no way I'd have gone to TwitchCon, you know, like, I've always said no to stuff like that. I'm really glad I went. When someone said food on the car, it must be this car. That car don't spawn no food. It must be this car. This car must have the food. I ought to check that trucky truck as well. Okay, I don't... there is food on the car. There it is. Look, see? I knew I'd find it. I found that all by myself. Didn't get any help, thank you. Ever been to Vegas? I have, yeah. I used to be a bit of a gambler. Now I'm not a gambler. So, ooh. How cool is that if there was a boat spawn here? That would be fucking amazing, wouldn't it? That would be amazing. Amaze.
282 woot.
Swift, thank you very much for the support, dude. Cheers for the 28 to woo. Just keep bashing, which is only my phrase for when I'm using a hammer and nothing else.
Hey, hand waving.
Cheers, Furry, thank you very much for coming in. Furry Flamingo. Alright, let's make a... Oh, fucked it. Let's make a knife. Ouch, my thumb. Someone else is saying mind your thumb. It was Pinkster's thumb, crazy, not mine. Honest, Gav. Nicholas, how are you? Much love from Serbia. I'm doing all right, dude. I've got a bit of pain in the bollocks, but it's okay. It's gonna go sooner or later. When I say it's gonna go, I mean the pain, not the bollocks, right? The pain in the bollocks is gonna go. I'm hoping to keep them. Just lose the pain, you know. I'd like to, if possible, I'd like to retain the nads. Just lose the pain. That would be the best option for me. One sec, guys. It's a good view, isn't it? I can see exactly where I'm going.
Howdy.
Did you hear rumours of a Swatch AP similar in vein to the Moon Swatch? I've not really been looking at stuff like that. I'd be absolutely staggered if it happened, Dirty Harry. I'd be staggered because AP are not owned by by Swatch, are they? So like where AP have done it in the where Swatch have done it in the past, they've done it with Blancpain, who are owned by Swatch, and Amiga, who are owned by Swatch, right? I really don't see AP going for that. Are your bollocks your nuts? Well, bollocks is spelt differently than that, Florida man. Bollocks is spelt B-O-L-L-O-C-K-S. Bollocks, not bullocks. Bullocks is like male cow kind of thing, I think. But yeah, bollocks. It's an English word for testicles, and also nads or nuts is also nadgers. Many words for your nuts. / bollocks. / testicles. / there's a Gorky Basel on me. There we go. I watched the last race, Hooligan. Yeah, it was alright. The first half was pretty good. The second half was a bit slower. A bullock is what we get good meat from. Yeah, you won't get good meat from there. Not from me, anyway. AVFC, how you doing? Thank you for the 47 months. You must be nervous. You've got a big game tonight, haven't you? 1-0 down on the away leg, going into the second half against Forest. Good luck. Oh. Go, 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 go. I quite like this spawn. I did have it the other day. I think we might go not too far inland, try to collect up a few things, and then go and see if we can't find ourselves a boat, you know. I need a boat. Oh, I like that. I like that. Look at it. It's beautiful. I like the little logo as well. The logo's cool, isn't it? Doo -doo -doo -doo. Yeah, it's nice. What game do we have here, mate? This is like it's like Second Life. It's exactly like Second Life, this one. Except they've got guns.
Run, run, run as fast as you can.
That's pretty slow. Oh, though in the game it's pretty quick. Any streamer events coming soon? Ariana's got some coming up. Well, there is one over the weekend, I believe, but I don't know. I'm not in it. But there is another one, I think. But yeah, there's 16th and 17th. There's like a convoy event where it's like teams trying to chase a convoy and get loot, and the winner is the one that escorts the convoy away or some shit. I don't know. It sounds quite novel. I think it's teams of 5. It'll be interesting, like team shooting and a target to aim for. It should be good. I'm in the one on May the 17th. But there is one on May the 16th. So if you were a smart streamer, you could watch on the day to try and glean some information. But what I tend to do is turn up on Discord at like 2:30 when the event starts at 3 and then quickly read the rules and start the stream, you know, that's kind of my way. Kieran, thank you very much. Age New, thank you very much too. Cheers for the support both. Appreciate it. I tend to find that the whole just showing up on the day and realising what the rules are just as you begin is the best way to do it. You can do anything and more in Second Life that you can in real life, even guns. Bet there's some things you can't do. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This is going bad. Oh, 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 oh. Yes! It's going to be a good day. I done upgraded the rags. I bet there's some things you can't do in Second Life, dude. I bet there is. Unless you've got some kind of widget that connects to your peen. Even then, I don't think it'll be the same. I'm not sexing my computer, and I like it, but not that much. Do 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 do. Oh, oh. Right, let's go. I'm not sure it's quite the same, Wooly, but I'll take your word for it. The only thing I know about Second Life comes from Daniel from SL. That's the only thing I know about Second Life. And I think he hasn't made a video on Second Life for like a decade. Hi, Silent Echo. Hello. Is there a command for the graphic settings? Yeah, exclamation settings. If you type exclamation settings and then donate $1,000 to me, it'll tell you what the graphics are. Or you could just try typing it and see if it works. Probably don't need to do the donation. Probably works anyway. Where did that zombie go? He took one look at me and thought I don't fancy it, didn't he? He fucked right off. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it in the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. Cheers, Pinkster and Fallen. GG both. Oh, I love it when a rag plan comes together. Not many people can hum their own song. I just wish I'd written the theme tune. Written the theme tune, hummed the theme tune, sung the theme tune. I wish I'd written it, you know, but nope. I'm Mr. RooferManZ. Suppose we ought to load this piece of junk, hadn't we? Come on. I ain't afraid of no zombie. Hi Diablo. I didn't feel much better this morning. I'm feeling alright right now, but I've had ibuprofen at about 11:15 and paracetamol just before the stream started. But I wasn't feeling a great deal better this morning, to be honest. It still felt about the same. I was pretty mizzoggy. But I was sitting in the chair to watch the YouTube video that's going to come out on Saturday and was not having a fun time. But since then I've done my push-ups and my weights. I've done some stuff. I've been on a walk and bought some new pain meds and probably as a result feel much better now, but we'll see. I've got a sparkler. You are blind. I've got the sparkler. I got it. It's right there. I've also been and I don't want to talk about the options.
Have I missed all the football-related banter?
I don't want to talk about the options.
For a while. Baby twin's been taking over my life.
Notorious, give me 1 sec. But it's local election day in the UK today, so whilst none of us are going to talk about the options and the policies and who's what, we're not going to do left and right and centre and all that. We're not doing it. But we are just quickly going to say, if you're in the UK today, you should probably go and vote. Don't forget to vote. Otherwise, you can't moan about it when shit is no good, right? So yeah, do that. So we're not talking about politics beyond the fact that it's an election day in the UK today, so you should probably vote. And that's it. The end. Notorious, thank you very much for the 17 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. You've missed all the football-related banter. We're not really talking much about football. I did have the game on yesterday, the PSG Bayern game. It was a really good goal by Kane, but he just scored it so late. You know, PSG are going to win the thing again. They're going to go 2-time back-to-back. They've never won the Champions League before. They've won it once. They're going to win it again. Well, that's the whole point, Bumpers. If you vote, then you moan. That makes you entitled. You know, you're entitled to moan if you vote. But if you don't vote, you're less entitled to moan because, like, why do you want to have a say when you didn't have a say? You know, you should have just fucking lumped it. So yeah, that's exactly the point. If you want to moan, you should do it. Oh, no. No thanks. Hi Mark D Surface, thank you for coming in. Hi Uncle Shit, how you doing? What a name, Uncle Shit. Do I think PSG will beat Arsenal? Yes, I do, Britt. I'm going to be rooting for Arsenal now because PSG won it last year, and if Bayern had got through, to be honest, I probably would have rooted for Bayern. But Bayern didn't get through, and I've got no affinity to PSG whatsoever, so I'd much rather Arsenal won it. So yeah, I'll be rooting for Arsenal in the Champions League final. Leggings. No. Oh, no. What? Leather leggings. Ooh. Okay. I might do some emergency kneeling. You never know. Do 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 do. Yeah, I've been Chernarus all week. I've just not really. I think partly because I've had achy nadges, you know. I think partly because I've been in some pain. I've just settled into Old Faithful, you know. It's easier to play Chernarus than any other map, so maybe I've been settling into something that's nice and comfortable, so that it requires less thought. In terms of the cold stuff, Mark D, I'm way better. Yeah. Did I vote with a pen? No, I always vote in blood, dude. I always vote in blood. Fuck you, cock. Who's my World Cup favourite? England, obviously. England are going to win it. England are the best team in the tournament. They've got the best players. They've got the best striker on the planet. They've got the best goalkeeper in Pickford. He's clearly the best goalie. He's the best goalkeeper that looks too short to be a goalie anyway. Yeah. They've got the best striker. They've got the best attacking midfielder that doesn't seem to be able to get in the team in Jude Bellingham. You know, he seems to be world class, but for whatever reason, he doesn't get picked. They've got a really good quality, probably one of the best passing right backs on the planet in Trent Alexander-Arnold that it doesn't get in the squad. So they must be brilliant, because if Trent Alexander-Arnold can't even get in the squad, that means that they must have like the best right backs on the planet. You know, like. England are going to win it easy. Like they must do. You know, if they can afford to never play Jude Bellingham, who's a starter for Real Madrid, or Trent even get in the squad, who's a starter for Real Madrid. They must be really good.
Can I borrow the car and money?
Courtois is the best goalkeeper in the world. No. You didn't hear what I said. I said Pickford's the best goalkeeper in the world that looks like he's too short to be a goalkeeper. Very clear. There's some debate over who really is the best, and I'm not really saying Pickford is the best, but he's clearly the best of the ones that's too short to be one. He is. He definitely is. Yep. I'm 17. Can I borrow the car and money? It's a no from me, Grid Hippo. It's a no from me. I'm sorry about that. I nearly said yes, but then I thought no. I like the car to stay on the drive and my money to stay in the bank. I was going to say my wallet, but there's no money in my wallet at the moment. None. Well, there's a $2 bill in my wallet. That's the only note in my wallet at the moment. There's no money. This is not me pleading poverty. I just don't have any cash. I've got money in the bank, right? But it's just not in my wallet is the thing. You know, I like to keep it there. I like to keep it in the bank, not in my wallet. You know, it's better there. It's safer. The kids can't spend it. Grid Hippo, thank you very much. Notorious, thank you very much too. Mary 17, Age New, thank you for the 46. Kieran, thank you for the 22. Love Hate, that's Namalsk with Athena 1, 2 and 3. Why not invest in stocks? Well, when I say I like to keep my money in the bank, Funky, I don't mean I like to keep all my money in the bank. I mean, the sort of money that I might spend that would be in my wallet, I like to keep in the bank. You know, I do invest. I don't try to save and then just leave it all in a current account. That would be dumb. Interested to see where they'd be able to spend the $2 bill. Yeah. I was tipped it when I went to San Diego by someone that was expecting to see something for it. I think I don't really know. I don't really know. It's a weird thing. I just woke up with $2 bill in my wallet and a feeling like it probably had been like put on the side of my boxer shorts or something, just in the waistband. You don't keep enough cash in your wallet to cover like a restaurant. But I do normally keep some cash, Regan. It's just that it's down. To be honest, though, I've never had a situation where I can't pay on card. You know, like unless their machine breaks. But like, I've got a debit card. I've got 2 or 3 credit cards. I can always use a different card if needs be. English disco lovers, one thing. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not intending to spend the $2 bill anyway. That's safely tucked away in my wallet. I suspect there's probably not many shops in the UK that take US $2 bills. You're searching for badminton fans. I must understand what the hell this game is. Well, for a start, there's no G in badminton. It's badminton, not badminton. Badminton sounds like a place. Oh, you've respelt it yourself. Sorry, dude. I used to play badminton when I was at school. I think he's on Twitch chat right now. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. I'm exclusively on Twitch chat. Why is the chat window so big? Can you make it smaller? I've been asked that question myself about my cock, you know. Unfortunately, with regards to that, you know, you get what you get. Sorry, love, it ain't going to get any smaller. You'll just have to lump it. It's legal tender wherever cash is wherever cash is accepted. $2 bills are not legal tender in the UK, dude. I don't live in America land, right? $2 bills are legal tender in America. Unfortunately, in England, we don't use the dollar. Well, probably fortunately, maybe. I don't know. I don't really care. Let's not talk about exchange rates, though. $2 bills make up about 3.1% of all notes in circulation. Well, that's slightly less now, because my one's not in circulation.
Fine, take my sub, I guess. Hope all is well. Welcome back.
Oh my, it's Paul's Friday vulgar mouth mode. I think that's every day. Bro, the stream is set to 1080 and it's still grainy as shit for me. Bro, you shouldn't be watching on 1080, bro. Set it to 1440p or 4K, bro. Even if you're using a 1080p monitor, bro. Bro, learn the ways of YouTube. Set it to 4K and your eyes are going to orgasm. Even if you're only using a 1080 monitor, you should still be setting it to 4K, bro. Or maybe you should set it to 1440p. But either way, bro, go for those, bro. If you're on 1080, bro, it's not a me problem, it's a you problem, bro. It won't let you. I don't know what you've done. You've broken it. You've broken it, bro. Guys, on YouTube, can you all confirm that you can do 1440 and 4K? Bros. Broskis. That hurt my ears. Yeah, also sisters as well, yeah. Sisters. On the subject of that, this is not a YouTube, that was a YouTube chat about resolutions, but Twitch have actually done something that's good. Somebody mentioned it yesterday, and I didn't really understand what they were saying, but Twitch have changed the way that the 1440p beta works. So those of you that are watching on, yeah, there you go, look, it's working for others, yes, so it's just you that's having an issue for some reason. Yeah, on Twitch, the only options used to be 1440, 1080 and 360p. Now, if you click the little cog, you've got 1440, 1080, 720, 480, 360 and something else. You've got all the resolutions. And not only that, I ain't having to transcode them all myself, which is magical. It's magical, it is. It's mystical. It's very, very good news is what it is. I'm very pleased. So how it used to work on Twitch was that if you wanted to send 6 resolutions to Twitch and be 1440, I had to do them all myself. 1440, 1080, 720, 480, 360, and whatever the lowest one is. 1.4 something, I forget. But they've changed it now, so I only have to transcode the highest 2 resolutions and nothing else. So as of today, I'm not even sending 3 streams to Twitch. I'm sending only 2. So I'm sending 2 streams to Twitch and 1 to YouTube, thereby saving lots and lots of graphical power. It's really good. Yeah, it's actually I've been a bit negative about Twitch and how they don't do anything that's actually any good. So I'm pleased to say they've done something good. You know, they've actually done something good. They have, so at the moment it's only a trial. The beta is a trial, and the only people that get this kind of transcoding are you have to be in the 1440p trial, and you also have to be a Twitch partner. But it's still a much bigger. It's much better. It's actually something good. It's still not as good a resolution as YouTube, but it's still a big step forward because they're clearly not trying to put everything on the streamer anymore. You know, that's good news. Did I have to change anything OBS for that? Yeah. So I'm set to do the 1440p trial. You have to leave it up to OBS to sort it out.
I wouldn't get your hopes up. Most new resolutions are abandoned within months. Just look at gym memberships. LUL.
Yeah, that's true. This is going to stick though, dude. This is going to stick. Just like my all-new make my cock bigger regime. I've been putting weights on it in the morning. Maybe that's why my bollocks are... Nah, probably not. Anyway. Thank you very much, Regan. Yeah, so to do 1440p to Twitch, you have to let Twitch sort it out. There's instructions on Twitch's website as to how to set it up. So you have to leave OBS to do it. And all you can do is you click multi-streaming and then you decide how many streams you want OBS to send. So I'm just sending 2. So all I changed from 3 streams to 2 streams. I'm on a boat in the Pacific. 4K, bro. I'm fine. Oh, I hope you're not on the Hunter virus boat, dude. That's in the Atlantic, so you're probably safe. Does that now mean I'm sending to Steam again? I'm not, Slider. I stopped streaming to Steam for a while because my stream sniping went through the roof, and it came to the conclusion that maybe it was streaming to Steam that was causing it. Because when streaming to Steam, it's clearly showing my Steam account, and it makes it easier to find me in-game, I believe. So I kind of just stopped for now. Am I saving the road flare for something? Yes. To look at. I'd forgotten I'd got it. I don't know if it was Regan, but I had a day where I felt like I was being stream sniped like crazy, and then I just turned it off, and I've not turned it on since, and I feel like it's gotten a little bit better, so maybe it was, yeah. Daniel, I watch on YouTube because I watch a lot of other things on YouTube. I wonder if I should try making a DayZ stream to Pornhub, because a lot of people go to Pornhub, don't they? Maybe I should try... If I stream to Pornhub, I might pick up people after they were finished, you know? Like you don't need to go to Pornhub for long, depending, unless you're a tantric wanker, do you? You know? Like, whereas... I might pick up some, like extra views, you know? Diamond, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Bro, I'm enjoying this wonderful 1440p stream. Thanks, bro. Oh, thank you very much, bro. Cheers, dude. Regan, thank you. Diamond, thank you. PS52, thank you for the 46-month inning. Bruh, thank you for the 71 months, bruh. There's actually some YouTubers uploading there. Are they uploading special interest content, or are they uploading, like, YouTube content? Like, should I could upload shorts to Pornhub, couldn't I? And it is very short. Have you got much cheaters on official recently since the update? Hags, I only played official on Sakal just as the patch dropped, and then I've not played official since, so I haven't seen a cheater, thankfully. I came here from Pornhub. Thanks, Paul Bro. Yeah. Well, your typing seems remarkably good. You clearly didn't tire your hands out much. That's good. He's got endurance, he has. Oh. How do I donate on YouTube? There doesn't seem to be an option. Love, hate, just tune in, dude. You don't need to donate. It's all good. Just tune in. Thanks for coming. Oh, I need to load that, don't I? What a fucking idiot. Why haven't I loaded that already? Long horny. Sorry guys, I'm just fucking around with my phone a sec. Here we go. I just jumped a gap that didn't need jumping. Professional. Haven't seen the Longhorn in a very long time. Yeah, that's why I started trying to lose weight last year, dude. Well, maybe relaxed people from Pornhub wouldn't come here to ask which server. Maybe Nessing, but I feel like, much like, you know how, like, when you go out on a Friday or a Saturday night, you get good drunks and bad drunks. What's the Steam name
where you completed the Namelsh adventure?
One sec, dude. I feel like maybe with masturbators, you get furious masturbators and calm masturbators, you know? You don't know. I don't know. You never know. Some people might be like really angry when they're finished, like a bit like John McEnroe when he used to play tennis or something. You know, maybe not everyone's calm. Maybe it riles some people up. You know. Cambodia, thank you for the 17 months. What's the Steam name where you completed the mouse adventure? It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Love hate. I think it's where I actually completed it fully is an unedited video, and I think it's called. Atlantia is in the title. I'm sure of it. I finally made it, or maybe it's Alien Planet or Alien World, something like that. But I can't remember the title off the top of my head. But the whole thing is on YouTube. No such thing as a good drunk. That's not true, Koyo. That's not true. I'm not trying to get everyone to be drunk. But drinking alcohol does change your brain a little bit, and it makes some people really, really angry and fighty, and it makes some people really, really quiet and sleepy. There is a difference between some people. Not everyone gets fucking brain dead and has fights, you know. And not everyone drinks to the point where they actually can't control themselves. They could be tipsy or a bit drunk, but not necessarily like falling down the stairs and chucking the guts up drunk, you know, like. There's variations. Ooh, I like that 11th commandment.
An 11th commandment has dropped. Thou shalt like the stream on YouTube.
Thou shalt like the stream on YouTube. Yes, I like it. Nope. We don't need... I fuck your potato. Sumu, thank you for the 48 months. Thank you. I like that idea. Cheers, Kill Switch. I'll do my best. So far, so good. I could do with a little bit of space. Space, man. Just saying the word space, man, reminded me of that time I got ripped off for buying an album. Fucking Babylon Zoo. What a con. They had one good song, and it was called Spaceman, right? And then they sold an album off the back of it. It was an advert for Levi's, and it was a cracking song. And you bought the album, and the fucking song wasn't even on the album. It was like, it was remixed for the single, and the album version wasn't even the fucking... So the only song you actually liked wasn't on the bastard fucking album. What a fucking con.
12th commandment. Ye delayed children of Z be not like Apostle Paul. Exercise ye legs, and ye PP shall grow, saith the Lord. Praise be.
Fair enough. I hope my kids don't have a growing PP on account of the fact that they're both girls, but fair enough. Yeah, Matthew, I think that's wise. It makes me a fucking legend, Harry. Being drunk makes me a legend. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Ooh, Peter. Do I need a Peter? Oh. See Daisy. I don't need no stinking Peter. I used to ring the box, music television that you control, and request Babylon Zoo. Did you? Holy shit. I get drunk and apparently just want to catch a peaceful nap. That's my violence. Well, that was my point. Yeah, not everyone's all stupid, are they? Some people are less stupid. Pristine. Paul 2, Cox 0. Yep. I've been bashing the cocks around this place, haven't I? Been bashing them. That's annoying, isn't it? Right, there we go. Look at that. We got suppressed longhorn. I saw a comedian last week saying we Brits are just 3 pints away from being absolute legends and 4 pints away from being utter C-words. I think he's got his parameters wrong. I'd say it's about 6 and about 9. I had to say 9. I couldn't say the other number. That sucks, Yos. That sucks. I can't drink. I have a weak stomach lining. Even if I drink a cocktail, my stomach burns like I took 5 shots back to back. 5 back shots? What? I don't know what. Sorry, I really apologise, guys. Yos Fushy Boy, I apologised about the whole 5 back shots thing, but I've just maybe my nadges are a little better because I'm particularly yeah. Sorry. I humbly apologise. It's okay though because I'm not back till Monday. You get drunk and turn into a long jumper. Maybe just run it on a hot wash. It'll probably fit better. Cheers, Jack Ball. Thank you very much for doing so. Appreciate it, dude. Iron Balls, thank you again for the bits, man. Unfortunately, I'm completely dry this time until I get back home, whenever this may be. Well, dude, at least you've got those lovely dinners to look forward to. The picture you sent of the food you were having yesterday, it didn't look too bad, except for the bit of gristle. The bit of gristle looked like, I don't know, that was a bit unlucky. But with a bit of hot sauce, the rest would be all right. You're eating probably better than I am most days with that. That's certainly more food than I get from a Thrive. They said if you hear that bird sound that resembles someone saying cheeseburger, there are players nearby. Is that true, mate? They also said that dude looks gullible. Let's tell him the cheeseburger bird means that there's players nearby. It's too early for ball busting talk, Redline. Too early for ball busting talk. I know you're eager to bust my balls. Metaphorically and literally, but it ain't happening. Not until November at least, anyway. So yeah, no, there's no correlation between the cheeseburger bird and players being around, dude. No. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's worth it. One extra bullet in the dealie. What can be said about TRMZ's balls that hasn't already been said? Well, they haven't been painted by an artist. I'd like an impressionist to do them though. I don't want realistic balls. I want an impression of my balls. You found a local shop and bought buffalo sauce. Wow, GG. When I was just reading that message, Harry, I opened the door and opened the inventory, and in the corner of my eye, it looked like there was a man standing in the room, and it kind of threw me for a minute, but it was my inventory again. Cheeseburger bird sounds like my kind of lady. Oh, that's what you're looking for, Nara. Is it? You're looking for a. You're looking for a lady that's gonna come up to you with a couple of large bats in honour. You know, that's what you're after, is it? Cheeseburgers, I mean large baps as in cheeseburgers. You know, in baps. Carry on, DayZ. Now you want a smash burger, you dirty bastard. Am I excited for Badlands? I will be excited for Badlands when it's close, you know. Like if it were next week, I'd be excited for Badlands, yes. But we don't know when it is, you know. So no, I'm not excited for Badlands right now because it's too far into the unknown, you know. When we know when it's here, I'll be excited for it. But right now, it's too long out, you know. It's a bit like when they say not tonight, I've got a headache, but maybe next month, but there's no date for that, and it seems like it's not likely to happen. No point getting too excited, is there? Lil, is it true that when players walk in the woods, mushrooms start to grow in there and their later footsteps allow you to track them? No. But a little tiny yes. You can't track because of mushrooms, but mushrooms do spawn dynamically. So it's possible that you could be running along and cause a mushroom to spawn in. And that you see, you know, so you've caused a mushroom to spawn in, then you run over it. That's possible. But if you're starting to see several mushrooms fairly close together, that's normally an indication that players have been around. But you still can't really track them. You should just be a little bit more on your guard just in case, you know. That's basically all it means. Oh, what a fucking swizz. Hi, Jamie. Any chance of a collab if I start streaming with a new account called The Working Girls? I'd say the outlook is pretty decent, Sadistic. All you need to do is this. You need to start streaming. You need to do it for about 18 months. And you need to get to, I don't know, 5,000 followers. And then once you've done that, the answer is yes, no problem. Piece of piss. What are your thoughts on the new Xbox PC crossplay? Well, right now it's not good, is it? You know, it's causing a lot of issues for console players and cheats. Paul, personal question. Sorry, chicken nuggets, wings, goujons, or legs? Oh, ooh. I like thighs. I like thighs myself. I'm a thigh man. That wasn't even one of your choices though, but I'm going to say thighs. Chicken thighs for me, please. I have chicken thighs like 5 days a week, so that's what I pick. Of those, if I was going to a restaurant, I'd probably get wings, like as in like 10 wings, spicy wings, something like that. Legs are fucking good. Legs are good, but you don't like. If I go to KFC, which is very rare, I always hope to get a drummer. You know, like if I get like a 3-piece meal or something, I hope I'd like 3 drumsticks if I could have them. The legs taste better than the rest. You should start a chicken shop called Thigh Guys. Thigh Guys are the kind of guys that can only be mine. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, it'd be very good. Which chat does he read? Both. I read both, TS. I've just been talking about chicken drumsticks and shit from the YouTube chat. And then I went to the Twitch chat and read yours. I feel like a child because I prefer nuggets to wings. Yes, you are. But that's okay, Dollar. If you like nuggets, you like nuggets. I like a nice thigh. I kind of like two thighs. Like two thighs at the same time if possible. I don't know what you mean, Regan. Oh, we can do some invisible mending. Lucky us. Paul's in a sunny mood today. I've got that Friday feeling, Drewski. I've got that Friday feeling today, you know. It's for Friday. For me. I know it's Thursday, but for me it's for Friday. See, for Friday. Can't even say it. There was a James Bond film with that plot point. Yeah, her name was Honor Top, wasn't it? Honor Top. It was GoldenEye, I think, wasn't it? With Honor Top.
Speaking of chicken, I had ghost pepper sauce wings earlier and then forgot to wash. Now it burns when I pee. Any advices before I pass on?
Wash your hands. Don't stir the chicken wings with your cock. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, wash your hands is probably the best advice. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that, iron balls. This explains the vibe. I'm also starting the weekend today. Yeah, weekend mode is in the house, Diablo. Cheers, iron balls. Thank you for the bits once again. I appreciate it. Sorry to hear about the ghost pepper peen, you know. Ghost pepper peen. Pepper peen. Good night, Ian. Have a good rest of the day, or a good night's sleep if you're off to bed. You must be Antipodean, I'm guessing. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite, because if you're in Australia, they'll probably fucking kill you, wouldn't they? Yep, there we go. Are you real? Dead agent. I am real, yes. Real. Real to real. Little CJ, thank you. Cheers for coming in. I'm a meat popsicle. I might be in your eyes, crazy hippo, but that's why I'm staying out your way. You do want you do want a DayZ server with an Australian theme with drop bears. Dude, drop bears are serious fucking business. Can't be messing with no drop bears. What did I miss? I got busy at work. You missed. How long have you been away, Kyle? How long were you gone? How long were you gone? How am I? Bark. Or B4RQ. Bark, maybe. I am good. Hope you're good. Yeah, Yayaks exclamation servers or exclamation fave servers, sorry. Somebody's probably already writing it right now, but just keep an eye out for Nightbot on YouTube in a sec. In fact, yep. Uncle Food has already undid it. Thank you, Uncle. Huh. It's aggroed on me. Sakal is best. Chernarus is just so boring to me. Why do people love it the most? Well, it's better than Sakal. If you're only playing in Cherno, the city, you're probably not experiencing the map to its fullest, you know. You should try and play Chernarus. It's much bigger than Cherno.
As a medic, idea from you, and I keep getting cossed. Any idea on how to make it obvious I'm not a threat? I already don't carry guns.
There's nothing you can do. You could wear full medic regalia. You can dress up as a medic. You can wear full medic regalia. People are still going to shoot you. You know, like, there's nothing you can do. You can waggle. You can wave. You can pray to Gabe. But whatever you do, you're still going to die. You're just going to have to take a lot of shit in order to have, like, one golden moment every now and then, you know? You're going to have to wade through a whole lot of shit to get the bit that you were after. Oh, this is really tricky. I don't like this. It's too fucking hard to carry things. Thank you, Joel. Yeah, going alright, dude. Thank you. What's your end goal in DayZ? World domination. My end goal in DayZ is world domination. But I'll settle for a few kills and not dying for a few hours, if that's alright. That'll do me. A few kills and not die for a bit. Right now, I'd settle for a backpack, to be honest. How does the peeking door feature work? It's only on some servers, it's a mod. And it works like this. That's it. Just means you can give yourself... Like, if you wanted to shoot somebody there, you could give yourself a small little cracker. Don't golden moments cost extra? Well, my actual terminology was you have to wade through all the shit to get to a golden moment. So I don't know. That sounds like you're paying a pretty hefty price, if you ask me. I don't build bases, Mr. Brown, because I'm always streaming. You know, building bases while you're streaming where you're building it is not so good unless you've got real strong admins that are keeping an eye on everything for you. Ooh. I don't know, mate. Dollar, I think I've been watching too much Tin Fish reviews. I fear that I'm going to start buying tin fish, and I don't even like fish. Some of the ones that he eats where they're just... It's just like a tin of butter. It's just like a tin of lovely, melty, unctuous butter with a couple of bits of fish in it. They look really good. He had one... It was £36 though, so I ain't buying that, even if you could buy it. I don't know, but... He had one the other day. It looked great. It was just little tuna steaks in like melty, lovely, unctuous butter. It looked fucking delightful. But at £36, that's a bit steep for a quick bit of breakfast, I think. I want to try a couple of the Alalunga ones. I remember he had one of the Alalunga ones on the Tin Fish reviews. He looked like he was about to fucking come. He was so excited. Like, it was like... I've never enjoyed anything as much as he enjoyed that, I think. You know, Let us decant the tin. Do you have Ortiz canned fish in the UK? I don't know. I don't buy canned fish. I just watch the dude opening the fish and eating it, and then it makes me think, oh, those ones with butter looks good. It's basically just a tin of lovely melty butter with a bit of fish that doesn't taste like fish. What's not to like? Ooh, pristine longhorn. I like the look of that longhorn. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep that one. Look, it looks good, doesn't it? It's the Night Rider of longhorns. What does having 1,000 people regularly wanting to talk to you and watch you play video games do for your psyche? Oh, you wouldn't believe my ego, dude. Like, when I walk down the high street in my local place, I have somebody walk in front of me throwing flower petals onto the floor.
Afternoon all. Might change my name to Tinned Fish Man's Dog.
I have someone throwing flower petals on the floor in front of me. And then there's another guy, and if anyone gets within 2 meters of me, they just push them to the ground, you know, especially old ladies, you know, old ladies with, like, canes and things. He just pushes them to the ground, gets them out of the way. He's like, oi, get the fuck out of the way, don't you know who he is? It's like that. It's exactly like that. It'd be crazy. Honestly, dude, I'm very proud, just to answer sensibly. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so there's probably a few more people than that watching, believe it or not, but... I'm very proud and I very much enjoy doing what I do, but I don't really give it too much thought, dude. I don't actually think being a streamer is that big of a deal. I really love it. I'm very proud of doing what I do, but I don't finish a day and think, oh, I'm a streamer, aren't I it? You know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's something I'm glad I do, and it's changed my life, but when you're streaming to it, like your question was about 1,000 people, if there's 1,000 people watching, chances are there's some nurses watching, some teachers, some paramedics, somebody in the police, Harry's in the Marines in the UK, you know, like, there's people watching that actually do things that are actually really useful, you know, like, so being a streamer, being in the entertainment industry, whatever it might be, it's a fucking cool thing, but it's not, I think if you have to be really up your own arse to think it's actually important, you know. It's okay to be proud of what you do and be glad you do it without making it out to be some kind of big deal, I think. What about the sausage? Do I want the sausage? I'm really struggling now. I'm carrying so much stuff. Thank you, Mr. Brown. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I understand. I know a few people are disagreeing with me now, and I'm not fishing for compliments, but there is an element of providing entertainment for people and companionship, which is a value, you know. I really love what I do, but I just think, like, take away being a streamer, you know. Like, if you're an actor and you're in movies, you know, even if you're in big movies, you know, if you're in, like, Marvel movies and stuff.
TSK.
I think,
like the stream for free and weeks on your next run.
I think,
much love and keep on running. Thank you, mods.
Michael, thank you very much for the support.
Bonjour,
appreciate
TRMZ.
it. He says you should hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Like, if you're in, like, the Marvels movies and stuff, and you're like a main character, you know, you're Thor or Captain Underpants or Inviso guy or whatever, any of the Marvel guys, right? If you're in the Marvels, you can either be a normal person that's, like, grateful for what you do and actually doesn't think it's really that serious, you know, you're just putting on a cloak and pretending to be a magician or some shit, you know, like, or you get right up your own arse and think you're some kind of king shit, you know, and I don't see the point in being that kind of person myself. I think it's better to be a bit more realistic about what you do, you know, whether it's entertaining or whether it gives people something or whatever, you know, like, I'd still rather not crawl up my own arse and die, you know. Right, I think that's going to have to fuck off now. I ain't got space. I really haven't got space for any of this shit. Like, maybe you can fuck off, actually, and you. I just need a backpack. Not you. No, you stay. You can fuck off. And you, that's the other one. And you. And then. Hello, Super Demon. Hope you're good. I feel you have the type of person that would be fun to talk and hang around even if you didn't stream. Some people just have the ability to talk and be pretty okay to hang with. Well, thank you, Unholy. In real life, I tend to be a bit of a mute. No, it's not true. I do talk. I'm not completely a mute. But I probably talk quite a lot while I'm streaming, so I talk a little bit less in the real world. Cheers, Passion. I appreciate your words, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I think in general it's a bit of a good idea to not get too up your own arse with whatever you do. You know, that even if you're a brain surgeon, you know, or even if you're, I don't know, you're a researcher that's working on a cure for dementia or something. Of course, you're doing important things, really important things. But it's never a good idea to take yourself too seriously. You know, like I just don't think it's a good idea. You know? I think it's better to be more magnanimous, if that's even a word. Magnanimous. And I do think that there's too many streamers. There aren't many in the DayZ space, I can't think of one, but too many streamers are right up themselves. Nobody needs to start naming anybody now. We're not going to be negative about anyone, but there's no point getting, like, I just, yeah, it's still just playing a video game, you know. It's better to be, yeah, fairly feet on the ground, I think. I remember one year at TwitchCon, this was years ago, they had like a Twitch, they had like a panel with some streamers on talking about streaming, and it was like a thing that people could watch to sort of learn about streaming. And they had a Twitch guy on who was not a huge streamer, but had grown a following and was maybe a partner, but they were getting like 80 to 100 views or something along those lines. And when asked about it in an interview in front of everyone in a live audience, started saying that he felt so much better than everybody in his audience because he was the successful streamer and none of those could make it, and all this kind of weird stuff. It was like, and unfortunately, some people do genuinely have that mindset, you know, and it is a crazy thing, you know. In general, whatever you do, there's always going to be somebody that's more successful or more wealthy with a bigger car or a bigger penis or chiseled good looks, you know, like whatever it might be. There's no point worrying about what other people have got. Not everyone can be Henry Cavill, can they, you know? Kester, thank you for the 7 months. Bonjour. Bonjour. I mean, hello. We don't do... Yeah, hello. Hello. Dollar Brandon. Cheers for the support, dude. Good luck with the medic role playing. Lake Pie's not war. Might change my name to Tin Fishman's dog. I already have a Fez. Just, you have to change your name to King Arthur. That's his name. Michael, cheers for the support, dude. Thank you very much. And Zach Hazo, thank you very much for the new Prime. Cheers for using your Prime on my channel, dude. Yo, TRMZ, why do you stay taking shit, boy? Captain Levi Scout. Yo, TRMZ, why do you stay talking shit, boy? Captain, why have you never learned about like commas and sentences and question marks and making it actually a phrase that I can understand in some way, shape or form? Why do you stay talking shit? I don't know, Captain. Why do I stay talking shit? Maybe because it pays the bills, you know? Maybe it pays the bills. Pays the bills, doesn't it? I like how you've corrected the word talking when I think you spelt talking correct in the first place. Because you stay balling. Okay. It was a setup, wasn't it? It was a setup for a joke. I've got gloves and collars and cuffs match, kinda. That's why I stopped getting on Instagram. I have a hard time comparing myself, and it ruins what I love. Yeah, some people are good at that, and some people are not. But worrying about what you've got compared to what other people, and it's definitely a thing on streaming, by the way. Like, especially if you're a streamer and you've been doing it a while, there's always going to be someone that's growing. There's going to be someone that might grow past you. There's going to be someone that will get more video views. There'll be someone that gets more followers. There'll be someone that gets more subs. It's impossible. Not everyone can be Burnt Peanut, you know. And even Burnt Peanut, he's massively popular now. There's always a flavour of the year, you know. Like next year there'll be a new flavour of the year. You know, it was Kai Sennett and whatever a year or two back, and years upon years ago it was Shroud and Dr. Disrespect and so on. And, like, these guys have their moment in the sun, and then like Ninja was the biggest streamer ever, wasn't he? You know, like he's not the biggest streamer ever now. He's still done incredibly well, and congratulations to him. But everyone has their time, and then someone else becomes the next big thing, you know. If you're the kind of person that gets upset by that, you're fucked if you're a streamer, aren't you? You're much better off to just keep doing what you're doing and trying to have fun with it, you know. Worry about how you're doing and how you were doing last year, how you're doing this year, and are you happy? Comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah, I forget who said that, but it's a very good saying. I very much agree with it. The toasted almond is the next up. The crusty cashew.
In the words of the immortal warrior priest Keegon Jin, there's always a bigger fish. There's always a bigger fish, yeah. In the words of Jar Jar Binks, Misa Day start a pretty dioky day with the morning munching. There you go. I didn't try to do the impression. I can't do the impression. Misa think I shouldn't be in this film so much. Regan, thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate it. I think that is actually a line from the film. Hi Tiger Lily, hope you're good. You sit in big doo-doo this time, Paul. Cheers Regan, thank you. Grey Zone, thank you very much for the 8-month inning. I know I've got a bottle, by the way, guys, but I can't be fucked. We're just doing this. Got any new tips from a player coming from Tarkov? Everything makes you sick. Don't drink water unless it's from a well. If you're drinking water from anywhere other than a well, you need to use chlorine tablets. If you cut an animal up, you're going to get bloody hands. If you eat with bloody hands, you'll get sick. So make sure you wash your hands or wear gloves, then you don't need to worry. They're two of the main reasons you're going to get sick. Bloody hands and drinking dodgy water. You're going to get sick because of rain, because you can catch a cold. But if you're just sneezing, it doesn't matter so much. One thing to carry always is vitamins, or as some might say, vitamins. You know, if you find vitamins, keep them. Always keep vitamins, right? And then if you get a cold, you can just drop the vitamin. I don't even like saying it. It makes me feel sick in my mouth. Drop the vitamin in your gob, and then when the pill symbol goes, take another, and then you'll get better real quick. Thanks Regan, thank you Grey Zone. Cheers, peeps. What is the vision when what is the sickness when your vision starts going blurry? That happens to lots of sicknesses, Specto. It's not only one. Your vision starts going blurry a bit, even if you get a cold. Maybe it has to go to a further stage, but
like many sicknesses can cause that. Like if you eat burnt meat, it can cause that. If you eat raw meat, it can cause it. If you get cholera from drinking dirty water, it will cause it too. So yeah, there are many causes. Hi Barbary, hope you're good. Is that it? Oh yeah. I prefer the double barrel. Don't sit on the toilet before the other person got up. Blimey. I've never been in a scenario where that was a possibility. Yeah, there's a GPS in the game, Makara. If you find a map as well, you can use the two in combination to kind of work out where you are. They're pretty useful. I think Funky Tail might be into blumpkinning. Have you ever made a straight up tutorial video? I feel like many of your viewers would actually watch that. No, I haven't. There's quite a few out, Alpha, but the problem with tutorials is they change. You know, the game changes, the loot routes change, the meta changes some. So, I'm not, like, if you're going to go down that route, you have to keep remaking the videos. You know, it's not really my thing. Very nice, Cheeky. You were just playing official. You managed to get a double kill at VMC on a low pop server. That's cool. I think it's time for losing these. Hi Tweak, well I hope you're good. Yeah, the tutorial thing though, they are worthwhile videos to make. Like Amish Zed's done some, Rav Plays has done some, there's lots of others too, you know, but it's just never really been my thing. I've done one or two videos over the years, but not much, you know, like I'm not a huge fan of that kind of thing. My thing has always been like, I started DayZ YouTube because I was enjoying the game, right? So I've always wanted to just play the game and have fun, and then whatever happens, turn that into some kind of story, whatever it might be, you know, like that's always been my thing, and I'd rather keep it that way. You know, somebody like Wobo does brilliant videos about stats and ways and like new features and loot economy and stuff, but he doesn't play the game like I do, and that's not a criticism. It's almost like more fun for him to explore the ins and outs of the game and work out how it works, like a spreadsheet, and I mean that as a compliment. You know, he's really analytical and he loves delving into things to see how it works and looking at the game code and whatnot. You know, he's really suited to his channel, which is why he does it. You know, I'm not. You know, I just want to play the game and have fun, and then try to turn whatever happens into something. You know, I'd rather do that. Amen, I prefer doing the configs than playing DayZ. Cheers, Iad, thank you. Horus Poopacow, thank you for the new sub. Appreciate it, dude, thank you. Yeah, I do a little bit on those, Diablo. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to watches, yeah. Good to know, Mark. Good to know. Thank you. Yeah, cheers, Horus. Thank you very much for the new sub. Thank you. coffee's cold. I should have made my coffee in one of the TRMZ tumblers available at trmz.shop. Now I'm drinking cold coffee. The TRMZ tumbler that's available on TRMZ shop is probably going to get changed for a different one very soon. So the one that's there is limited. It's limited. It's going to be exchanged for a different model soon enough. So buy now to avoid disappointment. Favourite watch brand and why? It's really tricky. It's really tricky. I don't know. All of them. All of them. I quite like Vacheron a lot. They're the oldest continuous watch brand. 271 years of continuous production of watches. But they're owned by Richemont, which kind of is a bit of a turn-off. But they're still amazing. I like the catalogue. I like the overseas. The new models they brought out this year were really, really nice. I really like them. You know, they're great. But I don't know. I've got a bit of a thing for Zenith as well. I really like Zenith. Their story's kind of interesting with Charles Vermar and how they carried on. Quite a few people say Omega. It's just like the second choice to Rolex, and I don't mean that as in like they're not as good as Rolex. What I mean is people are very anti-Rolex because they're so manufactured and they're so like they're very marketed to the hilt, and they're all made like mass market, and they're all very industrially made. But Omega are basically the most close related to that in terms of the way they make theirs. They're basically the same, but they don't sell quite so many, but they're similar. I actually really like Omega, by the way. I think they're great. I think they make some really good watches. I've owned several over the years. I think they're very good. But it's the same as picking Rolex, really, as far as I'm concerned. Like they're both kind of similar, except Rolex is not owned by Swatch Group. Yeah, I know it did Swiss cheese, but I've got a spark plug, so I'm kind of covered. Any prediction for PSG versus Arsenal? Well, I'll be rooting for Arsenal, but obviously PSG are going to win it, aren't they? PSG are going to beat Arsenal, but I hope Arsenal win. I'll be rooting for Arsenal. James Bond approves Omega. Yeah, that's what you want. James Bond approves Omega, a fictional character who was written to wear a Rolex originally, allegedly. It was described as such. Most people assume he was wearing a Rolex Explorer when it was written. And whilst there wasn't any money changing hands, he used to wear a Rolex. Amongst others as well, he's worn a Hamilton and different things over the years, but since GoldenEye kind of era, Omega have taken a great big sack of money to the people making the James Bond films and paid for that. So, yes, James Bond approves Omega on the basis that Omega paid fucking shitloads of money for it. So it's just marketing. I like Omega, but I think they are far too focused on the moon and James Bond, and also make about 10,000 too many different watches of the same thing. Vive la France. Well, good luck. They certainly have got a good team, PSG. Do I own a Richard Mille watch? Dude, I've got 17 of them, obviously. They're only like 500 grand each. No, I do not own a Richard Mille watch. I don't talk about the watches I own, but I obviously don't own a Richard Mille watch, dude. You have to be a fucking gazillionaire to own one. I don't even know how much the cheapest one is, but they're all more than 100 grand, aren't they? Even like the shit ones nobody wants are like 200 grand. What's the deal with watch brands and Snoopy? Well, with Omega, it's because NASA gave awards to companies, suppliers that were really helpful. They were really beneficial. They gave an award. It was called a Snoopy Award, and it was created by the artist that drew Snoopy. And this is going back to the 60s when Snoopy was a really big deal. So they gave a Silver Snoopy Award to suppliers that did something that was of massive benefit to NASA. And Amiga won a Silver Snoopy Award for the Apollo 13 mission because they used the chronograph on their watch to time the burn that got them back to the UK. Got them back to the Earth. So the moon watch was actually an intrinsic part of saving the astronauts' lives because they used the. So they got us like an award from NASA based on that, and they've been milking it ever since. Landed at Heathrow, didn't they? Yeah, of course they did. I do think that watches might be the worst luxury item to waste your money on, but well, I think, Jake, you should think a little bit more seriously about it before you decide that you're ultimately wrong. I think obviously with anything, perception of value is personal, but the nice thing about a watch is if you bought the right one, you've always got your money, you know. Like if you bought the right watch and you've kept it 10 years, you could sell it for what you paid for it, you know. Most luxury things, you know, people going around in Supreme t-shirts or something, or somebody wearing really expensive designer shoes, you know, in 10 years time those $2,000 shoes are worth fucking $50, whereas in 10 years time your $10,000 Rolex is still worth $10,000 or possibly more, you know. Like, so there are worse ways to spend your money, but of course it's extravagantly expensive, and I'm not suggesting everyone should go out and do it, but at least you've still got the money, you know. Like, you take the $10,000 that you pay for the watch and you buy the watch. At some point you can take that watch and sell it and put the money back in the bank again, you know. You can't do that with many luxury items. Many luxury items devalue massively. Charles Schultz, that's exactly it. Yeah, Kerry. But yeah, some people are buying them just to flex and to show off and shit, you know. Of course they are, but... And again, nobody needs a fancy one, but... They're not the worst thing to spend your money on. Because they are... Like, they retain value. It's a bit like somebody that's into art and collects paintings, you know. Like, they might cost a lot of money, but at some point they can probably sell those paintings. Maybe they'll lose money, maybe they won't, but they probably keep some value. Who do you reckon will win the Premier League this year? I was thinking it would be Man City, but after the last result, it's obviously very much less likely to be them. And you'd think Arsenal are really in the box seat. I don't see them fucking it up now. Do Amigas hold their value like Rolex would? No. Aside from maybe one. There's one that you could buy if you could get it that might hold their value, which is the, funnily enough, the Silver Snoopy Amiga pretty much is the only one. But no, they don't. They don't hold the value the same. Doesn't make them bad though. They're as good as, but they don't hold the value quite the same. Who do you have winning the World Cup? Obviously my heart says England. They're going to win it easy. Harry Kane, Golden Boot. Jude Bellingham, player of the tournament. No worries. My head says Spain or France. Spain or France. Probably Spain. Very nice. This kid got Moxie. I'd like to go to Japan. I hope you have a nice time. Where's a safe place to purchase watches? A well-known dealer, like in America, places like 1916 used to be called Watchbox. I think Bob's Watches is another off the top of my head. I'm not in America, so I don't know. But mostly like main dealers and people that have actually got bricks and mortar stores, you know, somewhere trustworthy. Not somewhere like where you're buying it second-hand from someone privately. It's probably a bit risky. In my opinion, Amiga haven't been the same since the 70s. Well, they make really good watches, but watches haven't been the same since the 70s. They're just not needed the same anymore, are they? There's many other things that's kind of replaced them. Very nice, Dragonfly. KCD, I'm not exactly amazing with the whole bollock pain. However, I've taken paracetamol just before I started the stream, and right now I feel alright. This morning I felt pretty shite with it. I sat in the chair to watch my video for this week, the edited video that Finn's done, and I lasted 5 minutes and I gave up because it was hurting too much. Yeah, I don't really like them Swedish smartwatches. We've talked about them quite a bit, so apologies for the repetition, everyone. But I completely get why people want them, and they can be really, really useful. They're very beneficial to your health potentially, but they're not very beneficial to my mental health, so I don't want one. You know, like I used to have a Fitbit, and finding out that I had only slept for 6 hours and 37 minutes instead of 7 hours, and that today I'd only done 4,000 steps when I should have done 10,000. It just felt like I was being nagged by my watch every day, you know. It didn't encourage me to do more, it just depressed me about what I'd not done. You know, a smartwatch to me is like having your mum in your ear the whole time going, "You've not slept enough, you've not got up in the last 2 hours, you haven't drunk enough water, you haven't tidied your room, don't leave your wank rag out like that, I've told you to put it in the washing machine." You know, like, it just feels like it's constantly berating you for things, you know. Oh shit, my heart rate's 4 higher than it normally is. What the fuck? You can turn all that off, Paul, and then you're just left with a Casio, Garrett. I'd rather have a Casio. If you're going to turn off all the smartwatch features, get a Casio G-Shock. It's solar powered, you don't have to charge it, it pretty much lasts forever. If you don't want any of the features of a smartwatch, don't fucking buy one. And I obviously they are handy if you want to get notifications to your phone to your watch about texts and stuff. But I personally feel like I'm in a situation where I want to pick up my device less, not more. I don't want another means to be connected. I'm connected too much as it is personally. You know, like I'd struggle to watch a film without picking up my phone. I'd want to be on my phone less. I want to be involved in technology less, not more. And which is a weird thing to say as somebody that streams for a living, but when I'm trying to relax, I find it easier to switch my brain off if I can get away from tech. Maybe I can watch a film or something, but I'd like to get involved in the film and not be involved in picking my phone up to find out, I don't know, what film I'd seen 17 years ago that the lead character's in, but I'd never seen him in anything else. I'm like, oh yeah, they were in that yeah. And then you're on your phone for another 25 minutes watching Instagram because you just went straight there out of fucking habit. No, they sell ibuprofen, Koyo. I do have some. I don't normally take ibuprofen so much because they're not quite so good if you're asthmatic. They can be a bit problematic, but I take them from time to time. Because the nice thing with ibuprofen is you can overlap them with paracetamol. So, I don't know, let's say you'd broken your wrist or something, you could have every 4 hours paracetamol, and in between every 4 hours have ibuprofen. $48 slots, 42 slots. Well, no good then. Kellic, yeah, shorts are, and I don't like making shorts on my own YouTube channel, but I don't mind Instagram Reels so much at the moment because I've managed to keep the algorithm nice. So if I go to Instagram, I'm watching Tin Fish reviews. I'm watching something kind of 1 minute of something that's like pure and nice and makes me feel happy. I'm fine with that, but if it starts becoming all about politics, all about whatever, all about news, which I'll have to just try and make sure I nurse the algorithm the way I want it to be, but right now my Instagram's actually quite nice to go to and I just see some positive stuff here and there and that's about it, you know, which is good. I hardly go to Instagram at the moment though. I tend to be watching 4 or 5 Tin Fish review videos in a row because I've not seen it for 5 days. It's more slots than jeans, Garrett. 20 slots, I think it's the same as hunting. Leggings is 20 slots. I think even combat pants or hunting pants is 20 slots too. Some pants are 24. So like the CUU pants, they're 20. CU. Ooh. Beck said, yeah, that makes sense, dude. How come you didn't take the other knife over the kitchen knife? Because it was damaged, dude. I thought I'd already picked one up as well, but it was damaged. Can't be fooked. I'm sober of watching YouTube shorts for about half a year, never been better. Meaning I haven't watched a single short for half a year. Oh, GG, dude. There is actually a trend towards adults in general trying to get a little bit further away from all of these things, you know? Like, I think it's kind of fairly common sense to work out, but, you know, a little bit like The Boys is really popular. The Boys, the TV show, because it's kind of like the antithesis to all the Marvel bollocks. You know, everyone's a bit bored of Marvel films, and The Boys is all anti-superhero stuff to the most part. You know, like it's kind of the antidote to, I don't know, whatever fucking the Avengers 27. This time there's no one that's any good in it. So yeah, and I think there's a little bit of a tech trend that way as well. People are starting to become more aware that it's taking up too much of their time, and maybe do with it happening a bit less. Oh well, didn't even have a gun out. Cheers, Reflex. Thank you for the 41 months. Cheers for the support. Well, that sucks. We didn't actually have a great deal of loot, but it sucks nonetheless. It's Fetlow? Yep, we're in Fetlow. Actually quite hard to work out because I'm facing that way. It was quite hard to work out where we were, but yep, Fetlow was right. Well, it's a summer camp, Garrett, but it's on the way to a military base. It's a KOS spot if you want it to be. I don't really... I think anywhere could be a KOS spot. Here, right here could be one. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for a different spawn. This is a bit too close to Bereziki. I don't want to do the same spawn. Respawn. Perfect. This is about as good as I could have picked. I don't know, Spyro. I think the main problem with the Marvel films is that the writing is that they've got so diluted by trying to make 3 a year, and they've got so ridiculous with it that the writing and there's only so many different ways to tell a similar story, you know, like superhero story. There's a threat. What would the threat be? I don't know. What's the hero? Well, this hero is not very strong. This hero, I don't know, basically gets beaten up and they're blind and they throw some little sticks around the place. Okay, so we'll give them a villain that's just a bit strong then. Oh, well, this hero can fly through space and, like, burn through a planet with their eyes. Okay, well, we'll give them some kind of god that's actually an animal, but it's not an animal, it's a cloud. but we don't really know what it is. But they're a god from another planet. Anyway, yeah, great. Okay, good, yeah. And it just...
Hope you are well.
It gets it's a bit like... Ugh. Like the writing has just gone downhill. They've just tried to make too many TV shows and too many different superhero movies at the same time, and they've all become like shite. You know, the enshittification of Marvel began years ago. You know, they're trying to make too many, aren't they? You know, like if they made one a year and they really put all their effort in, they'd probably have a much better movie. But they're not trying to do that because they can't sell enough toys and make enough money. Based on comic books, the stories are not complex. But that doesn't mean that they can't have good and bad ones, Shoestring. I don't agree, you know. Like, you can get original ideas and nicely made films in fairly... Like, I don't know, The Dark Knight is based on a comic book, but it doesn't stop it being the best the best superhero film of all time, in my view, anyway, you know. Like, others may have a differing view, but The Dark Knight is based on a comic. It's a lot better than fucking, I don't know, Doctor Strangelove numbered 6 or whatever. I forget what it was. The Web of fucking Intrigue or some shit. I don't know. They've diluted it so much and they've run out of ideas, you know? Like, they can make better films. Devin, thank you for the 20 months. Reflex, thank you very much as well. Cheers both. Right. Do we just get going? I don't know if I'm going to leave that. Fuck it, we ain't got space for that shit. Let's go. Well, it's very hard to make anything that's truly original, Robin. You know, like that. It's quite hard to tell a story. You know, like there aren't that many different types of story. People fall in love, they break up. People break up, they get back together. Hero saves the day. Hero doesn't save the day. Redemption story, whatever. Mother and daughter fall out. Father and son fall out. Then they get back together. Then they don't. You know, somebody dies. It's sad. Ooh. There aren't actually crazily large amounts of story to tell. I know it sounds stupid, but they're all basically similar. Most stories are similar, you know, like you've got an older mentor and a younger up-and-comer who's a bit cocky or whatever. Like, there's only so... But what matters is the way that they are told. That's what matters more, you know, like... in any given story that you're telling, it's whether the dialogue is good, whether it's actually interesting, whether they've written some half-decent jokes and made it kind of land, you know, like an example being like the early Guardians in the Galaxy, you know, they're not amazingly great films out of this world, but the humour's well written and they land, you know, they're kind of funny, they're worth watching, they're okay. Whereas other shows that have tried to do comedy, some of the other ones, you know, like some of the DC ones tried to be a bit humorous and they just didn't quite work. The writing wasn't good enough, you know. But it's very hard to do something original, you know. Like, but the film that just came out with Ryan Reynolds in it, Project Hail Mary, it's not necessarily an original tale, but it's an amazing film. It feels very original. It's a really great film. It's the best film I've seen this year by a mile. You know, there are some half-decent films. There's not so many, but there are. Do. Hopefully this life's better. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. That's what I said. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. He was really good in that one with the dude from Gladiator, where they're cops. Ryan Reynolds is his name. He's real famous. He's definitely not in the press, Ryan Reynolds, at the moment for doing anything wrong. You know, like getting a bit lively. He's not done anything wrong, Ryan Reynolds. No. I didn't think he looked anything like Deadpool in Project Hail Mary, to be honest. But then he didn't have his face all blown up, did he? Oh my god. Oh, fuck off! Have I seen Train Dreams? I started watching it, and it was really good, but I got really late, so I turned it off, and then I've never watched the rest. Do I mean Burt Reynolds? Make way for Burt, boy. Yeah, Burt Reynolds. He was really good in Smokey and the Bandit, wasn't he? And that one where they're doing the race, Cannonball Run. Yeah, Jaffa Cakes are not good, dude. I'm not keen myself, Cass. Interstellar soars over Project Hail Mary. They're different films. Very different films. I think Interstellar is right up there as Christopher Nolan's best work, in my opinion, along with The Dark Knight, because I really, really like it. But Interstellar is probably Chris Nolan's best film. You know, Chris Nolan is pretty big deal these days. You know. Project Hail Mary is fucking good though. It's better than several of Chris Nolan's films. It was smacky, yeah. The Prestige is very, very good. I prefer Interstellar myself, but Prestige is up there for me. I think I'd have Prestige in my top 3 along with The Dark Knight and Interstellar, but I haven't really worked out the order. Playdate? I've never even heard of it. Doesn't mean it's bad. I just haven't heard of it. There's a Mortal Kombat film coming out at the weekend, isn't there? Just what the world needed, a Mortal Kombat film. I hope the Odyssey's good, John. My younger daughter's really looking forward to seeing it. I hope the Odyssey's good, because she's like massively into Chris Nolan. Maggie's seen all the Chris Nolan films now. The only one we didn't watch was Tenet. We started it and neither of us were into it, so we turned it off. But she's got on her phone a little folder like ranking all of her favourite Chris Nolan films and then where some of the other films she's seen fits in with them, kind of thing.
Train Dreams. Some might say you derailed. You chances of finishing it slightly smiling face.
Yeah. I will finish it at some point. I will, honest. I will, dude. I will. It's not derailed for good. Cheers, Warlock. GWL, thank you very much too. Cheers for the support both. Appreciate it. Thank you. Boom Snake, thank you very much for the 52 months. Cheers for the support, dude. Thank you. Devlin. Oh. Yeah, Devlin or Devin. Devlin, let's go with that. Thank you for coming in too. Yeah, Interstellar is amazing, Jimbo. I wasn't that mad keen on the ending when I first saw it. When I mean the ending, I mean the bit with the the space harmonica, or no, the space fucking harp or whatever it is. But I really like it. I think it's an amazing film. It's very, very good. Do I need to go to the well? Do I need to go to the well? No, I don't think I do. Let's just go this way. Ever tried playing Star Citizen? I've not, Real. No, I've not. I need to make me another coffee.
I fuck your potato.
I fuck your potato. There's a thing going around. I'm not going to tweet it out, but there's a thing going around Twitter at the moment where people are looking at it. I was actually really surprised by this. I was the 725th Twitch partner ever. So I was in the first 1,000 Twitch partners. I know I've been streaming a long time, but I didn't think I would be anywhere near it. You know, I got partnered in June of 2015, and so there'd only been 724 people that were partnered before me on Twitch, which is kind of crazy. Garrett, thank you for gifting Lucy the sub. That's really kind. Thank you very, very much. Warlock, thanks again. The other day, I had to prove my age on iPhone and use the fact that my Apple account is over 18 years to validate it. So depressing. Oh dear. Yeah, Garrett, that's definitely how it works. You need thousands of dollars of expendable income to play Star Citizen. And the need to part with it, I guess. Thanks again, Garrett. Cheers, dude. I think they're working on a new feature for pockets and jackets to make them revolutionary in Star Citizen. Revolutionary pockets, eh? That's just what games need, revolutionary pockets. Sounds like the name of a band, doesn't it? Revolutionary Pockets. They'd be one of those hippie bands without a guitarist. Or a pooled billiards club. Revolutionary Pockets. I need to make me a coffee. I might just go and make the coffee once I get to the next feed chat, because it's dark as shit, isn't it? So why not waste some of the night time making a coffee? There's a lot of the jam band scene in the Northwest. Ooh. I don't know what jam band is. Am I still seeing someone? Not right now, dude. It's too dark. It's too dark, innit? I can't see shit. If you mean in the IRLs, yes, I'm going to see Miss Portland in July. She just left. Oh my god, it's 2 weeks on Sunday since she left, and it feels like a lifetime. Right, I'm going to go make a coffee. Are there really this many owls in Eastern Europe? Yes. Yes, Alex. Portland, Oregon, yeah. Right, I'll be back in a sec, guys. Going to make a coffee. That way we don't have to see so much nighttime. Perfect. Perfect. All right, hi guys. Hope you're good. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I hadn't even been talking this time though. I'm good. I just sat down. Fuck. All right, it's not as dark as I thought. You shut your trap head out. Shut it. Shut it. Read good.
TRMZ love.
I snaffled some strawberries while I was in the Kicchiotto. They were good. I had to get a shop from a local shop for local people. I had to get milk from a local shop for local people earlier, and they had some nice looking strawberries. They did from Norfolk strawberries, local-ish. I'm in Suffolk, but first English strawberries of the year. They were good actually. They were nice. I just bought my first strawberries of the year today. They were delicious. Well, there we go. We're in good company, the pair of us then, yeah? They were pretty good, actually. I have to say, they were. I was expecting them to not be so great, but because they weren't from the supermarché, they weren't all full of water. They actually tasted of strawberry as well. They were good. I liked them. They were very good. Nom, 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 nom. Do you do Keurig or normal coffee pot? I have a bean to cup machine that grinds the beans and turns it into coffee. So I have like coffee beans and then drink the coffee. Well, they were English strawberries still, Spiffy, which is decent, yeah. We're scum compared to TRMZ. Yeah, that's right, physics. Yeah. Yeah. Do you froth up the milk? I don't even make one that's mostly milk, dude. I use... This one's got 3 espressos in, which is maybe a touch much, but I'm basically making an Americano. So I put espressos in a cup, then put some boiling water in, and then just top it up with some milk. If you're frothing the milk up, you're normally making like a cappuccino or a latte or something like that, right? And I ain't into making any of those because there's too many calories, dude. Too many calories. Even if I go to a coffee shop now, I just get an Americano. I really like them. But there's next to no calories in them. I'd really, really like just regular Americanos. They're fine for me. I'm happy enough with that. It's a hell of a lot of extra. Ooh, that's good. That's the best gun I've had all day. Mercy. Very good. Right. Yeah, I do very much like an American, yeah. But enough about Coach Z. My raspberries and strawberries are looking great this year. Loads of blossoms and berries all round. Very nice, dude. I'm having some problems with my berries at the moment. Guess it's been a slow day then. Well, I just looted all the way to Troitsko, well, the summer camp just below Troitsko military base and got gunned down. So, yeah. Oh, Symmetra, thank you. Very kind. How much for a pound of strawberries in England? A pound of strawberries costs £1 in England. Yeah, that's the clue's in the name. It's £1. I don't know. I just got a little punnet, so I don't know the weight of the punnet. But the punnet of strawberries was £3.25, and there was quite a few in there, but I've eaten them all. It's a rather fetching orange, isn't it? Schmexy. Right, I'm turning the camera off. It's pretty much time. I think making the coffee at that moment was wise, you know. We've nearly done the night time. We've done fucked it. It's gone. Good fucking riddance. Blueberries are good at the moment. Blueberries are good all year round, baby. Nom nom nom. Oh my goodness, I just looked up bean to cut machines and they are so expensive. I don't know, my one was £280. And that's not cheap, but I don't know, people pay that for all sorts of things. You know, people pay that for air fryers. I drink coffee every day. My oven does all the ovening and I don't even need an air fryer. I'm obsessed with pomegranates, but they're such a pain to de-seed. Yeah. My gran used to eat a pomegranate with a needle, like one seed at a time. Shoestrings, stop trolling them. Step away from the troll. Anyone being hooked by shoestring, don't get hooked by shoestring, okay? Oh. The best fruit that no one here knows about, feijoas. Feijoas? I don't even know what that is. Do you wear turtlenecks IRL? No, I do not. I don't wear turtlenecks IRL, no. Strawberries are good. It's also called pineapple guava. Huh. It's all good, shoestring. You troll away. It's just that every now and then I'll give them a warning before they get too many veins popping in their foreheads, you know. I don't care, but your commercials are a little excessive. I'll get my commercial team onto making some different ones. Mark, I appreciate you coming in, but YouTube kind of plays the adverts automatically, and it is the way it is, dude. You know, it's if you don't want adverts on YouTube and you want to do it the legit way, you can get YouTube Premium. You won't see adverts on any YouTube channel. Beyond that, you're going to see some ads. Let's not talk about ad blockers. Everyone knows they exist. Do I wear leather chaps IRL? Only on the first Friday of every month when I go to that special club. PR team, the ad team, what you got? I've got a fluffer team. I've got a back massaging team. I've got a arse wiping team. That's quite extensive. What else I've got? I've got a team of people that rinse my plates before the other team of people put the plates in the dishwasher. All the teams, yeah, exactly. I've got a team that are specifically designed to sit in a room thinking up other ways in which we could hire more teams to do very, very specific roles. Are you planning on playing DRL soon and attempting the quest? I have done quite a lot of questing this year. I'm having a bit of a break for now. I've not really been missing DRL. DRL is a really amazing map, but I've not been missing trying to do the quest is really what I mean. I'll be back on it at some point, but I'm probably going to wait until the patch goes stable, because it's still on experimental right now. So when DRL goes stable, that'll probably be when I go back to it. Probably. What about Microsoft Teams? Huh? What about a team taking care of the other teams? What, you mean like a firing squad? I've not really got that far yet. I'm starting to get nausea pain. When did I take the painkillers? About 10 minutes before, 2.5 hours ago. I could take some ibuprofen. I might go. What's my preferred method of execution? I want to be sucked off to death. I'll have that. Is that an option? Maybe not right now, though. I'm in pain. Epididymitis, Buffalo. That's 4 for those that are counting. 4. 4 times I've said epididymitis. 5 now. 5 times I've said it on this stream so far. It's all good, Mark. No worries. No, I didn't take it too seriously. No drama, dude. Death by boredom. I don't know if that's implied that that's what I'm doing here or it's what you're doing here. I don't know, but I don't know. I think death by boredom seems a bit slow. How do we get there quicker? Hi Caboose, yeah, I'm doing alright, aside from the testicular pain. Where are we going? We're going to get the loots. We're going to get the loots, but first we're going to get some food and some water. Oh. Guys, I have done well this week. I know I'm only streaming 4 days this week, but I have done well given the fact that sitting in a chair is making me feel like I've been kicked in the nuts. I've done well to make any streams this week. I like When a Hero Comes Along should be playing right now as I'm saying this. Right, guys, I'm going to quickly go and get some painkillers for my nuts. I'll be back in 1 sec.
TRMZ love.
Killian, I have epididymitis. That's 6. 6 for the counters. Primal, thank you for the bits. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay, hopefully they work. Cheers, Primal. Thank you very much for sniping with the bits, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very, very much. Am I red flashing health IRL? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm probably yellow, but on the way down. No other pain like nut pain except maybe tooth pain. That's actually the analogy I've used. The ache. The ache is a little bit like mild toothache, but in a slightly different area than my mouth. It's kind of similar. It really is. Longanissa, I love your videos. You're one of the reasons I'm addicted to DayZ. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you're good. Hope you keep enjoying the game. Thank you. Comapabo. 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 How do you cure that? Massage. Antibiotics. Comapabo.
TRMZG heart.
But was your ball ache caused by teeth? We must know. No, it wasn't caused by teeth. Chance would be a fine thing, wouldn't it? I was looking for food and I've already got some, but anyway. How can you not read acrylic after such a long time in DayZ? Well, I know this is Komarovo, cheeky banter. I don't need to be able to read it. That's the thing. I know the name of the town. So there's never been a need to know acrylic because I already know the name of the town. So I didn't need to learn that it would... I didn't need to decipher the acrylic on account of the fact that this is Komarovo. Also, it's much more fun, you know, like in Sakal, there's amazing places like Necrophilia and Bibicoki. If I read Cyrillic, then I wouldn't have such nice names for places, you know. I prefer to be looting Necrophilia. It's much more fun. Hi Goat Rodeo, you're right, dude. Oh. Bro, who called it acrylic? I called it acrylic because it sounds like Cyrillic. I mixed in there. I called it acrylic several times and then I called it Cyrillic several times in the same couple of sentences. It was quite nicely done. You get a bit of a headache if your nads hurt. Yeah. Well, my head's a lot further away from my nads because my cock's so big, so I don't have that trouble, see? Everyone knows that's a lie. How did I get a bacterial infection? I don't know. I don't know. Something got stuck in the pipes. I've no idea. Can that go on there? It can't, can it? Oh, you wee bastard, you. Yeah, well, I have not got chlamydia or gonorrhea, Ironballs, so no. In slightly more statesman-like men / old, the main causes are neither of those things, by the way. So up your bum. Over 35, it's usually due to a bladder outlet obstruction, urinary tract infection, or prostate infection, e.g. E. coli. Well, thank you very much, Hillian. Up my bum, threaten me with a good time, will you? I mean, probably not a good idea right now. I've got a bacterial infection. Well, it's not in me cock. English AEG ovens are famous for bacterial infection. English AEG ovens. AEG stands for Advanced Engineering in Germany. guess you mean mine. UTI causes it for elderly people like Paul. Yeah, cheers, Kerry. Thank you. Yeah, me too, Unholy. Well, today's the 3rd day of having antibiotics, right? And Google says 3 to 4 days, and it should start making a big difference. But after today, I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that by the time I'm next streaming and I've had 6 days of antibiotics, if I'm not making some progress by then, I'll be extraordinarily surprised and disappointed too. But I haven't exactly enjoyed streaming this week. I'm sitting on some kind of memory foam cushion just to try and get through. I've progressively done slightly more streaming than the last. I think Monday was a bit under 5 hours, Tuesday was a bit under 6, yesterday was a bit under 7. Today I'm bucking that trend. I'm not doing a bit under 8. You guys can all kiss my ass. I don't know what I'm doing, but it ain't going to be that long. I'm not enjoying myself very much. The game's going okay. I'm enjoying the stream just fine, but I just feel like I've been kicked in the nuts.
So how was the vacay and time with the woman? On vacation myself, RN in Taiwan, TRMZ love.
Reed, dude, that sounds lovely. I hope you have a nice time. Very cool. If you're with a lady in Taiwan and you happen to conceive there, then that baby would be made in Taiwan. You know, that would be interesting. Like all the things that are made in Taiwan, or they used to be. I don't know. Anyway, dude, I hope you're having a nice time. I had a great time. I kind of feel like it's been a while now, though. I wish it was still. I wish she was still here. Yeah, thank you very much. It was good. Miss Portland had a great time. I've already booked to go back to Portland, so she came here this last time. I'm going there next time. And I'm looking forward to it already. It's going to be good. Not that I'm counter or anything. It's just 68 days till I go, you know. I just happen to know that at random. I'm not counting it per day and then changing it to the next day at midnight every day in my head or anything. I'm not doing that. Fair enough, Reed. Is this Deadfall? No. This is Chernarus. I always tend to put the title in the title of the stream what map I'm playing, just as a heads up. No, I'm carrying those guts. How many days will it be tomorrow? Well, this just in. It's 67 days to... No, 68 days today. Look, I've just took a day off. It's 68 days today. I don't know what it will be tomorrow because I'm not good at maths, but I do know it'll be 65 days on Sunday. Ah, Joito's gloves. I've never done the Dear I'll Endgame metal.
Love
no.
your stream, keep running, and hopefully you are well soon.
I'll give it a try at some point. I've not been trying it lately. I've just been having a break. Oh, that was a BK. Chiefs Reaper, thank you very much. CRSBB, Chris BB, Chris BB, Chris BB. Thank you very much for the 2 months and the 49 months respectively. Bad Trick, thank you for the 44, and Reed, thank you again. Any of you been there? Been where? It was the SMG you have in your inventory right now. Thing slaps. What? The rack? The rack is dog shit, dude. You got 2 kills with that. GG. Flannel shirt. I guess it's not bright orange, is it? And it's 25 slots. 25 slots. Whoa. That's a lot of slots. It reminds me of the finest manager in the Premier League this season, Arnie Slot. So I ordered McDonald's for the first time in 5 years. Oh. Will it be delivered by Hamburglar? Survey question. TRMZ, do you play with inverted mouse controls? No. No, although Smoke does because of some hangover from Halo, I think. Smoke is the only person I know that's inverted on the mouse front, as far as I know. It's a wholesome stream when we get to discuss games, life, and the nature of Paul's ballsack. I agree, Ironballs. Also, we're counting how many times I say epididymitis through the course of the stream. And when I say we, I mean me. That's 7, by the way. 7 times. What does inverted controls mean? A bit like when you're flying a plane. So, when you pull down on the mouse, it goes up. So you're pulling down on the mouse and it goes up. Have I ever done a team up with Smoke? Yep. Long time ago now. Like last time was not long after Livonia came out. But yeah, we've teamed up a few times. Why in God's name would anyone choose to do that? I don't know if it was something to do with Halo and the way it shipped, but apparently for Smoke that's how it is, so he's inverted. Should Smoke attend counselling for his condition? What, playing with the mouse inverted? No, I don't think so. I think his aim is a lot better than mine, so I think he doesn't need any counselling. It's me. Very cool, Reed. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to... I really want to go to Japan, which is similar kind of distance from the UK, obviously. And I wouldn't mind like a little stay over in Singapore, just because I want to stay in that fancy hotel with the boat on top. Excuse me. God, I feel fucked. Yeah, I'd like to go to Japan. It would be cool. You were in a 4G inverted dive with a MiG-28? Mm. Ain't no thing. Piece of piss. Hit the brakes, he'll fly right by. Is all predator meat still edible on all maps? Uno, it's only bear meat and wolf meat. You can eat the fox meat. It's always going to be inedible unless the server hoster changes it, because the devs don't want the wolves and the bears to just be walking larders for geared players. Have I ever tried poutine? Poutine is a dish of French fries and cheese curds topped with a hot brown beef and chicken stock gravy. It emerged in the centre of Quebec region in the late 1950s. I've never tried poutine. It's just chips with some stuff on it, but it looks alright. I don't know about the curds though. That looks a bit weird, but chips and gravy sounds great. Hot brown beef and chicken stock gravy with chips. That sounds fucking delightful, but I'm not so sure about the hot brown. What is that? What is that? Is it curds?
Hello.
Pouton is a dish of French fries and cheese curds topped with hot brown beef and chicken stock gravy. It emerged in the centre of Quebec. I didn't say it was French, but they are French fries, right? That's what you Yanks and Canadians call fucking chips, innit? Chips. Ooh.
Ooh, it's that time of month again.
There's a convoy. Eyeball. We've got a convoy. 10-4. With an LAR.
Eight-year watcher, 2-year subscriber, good streak that is.
Neo, thank you very much for both of those things. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I will catch up on the other alerts once I get away from here, guys. I don't want to die now. I've got an LAR. It feels worth living for. Life's worth living when you're packing some serious heat, you know. Uh-oh. Ooh, what's that? That's another one. Horn. Mine's pristine. Ooh, what's that? That's a big bag, is that, dear? I should charge you for that bag. Definitely want it. I know it may be bigger and it may be stupider, but it's not red, is it? It's not red. What the fuck? Damaged. 2 LARs. Famas mag, Helmut. Alright, let's go. Let's go! How long till next death? I'd say about 25 minutes, dude. I quite like the idea of trying poutin, dude. I like it. It looks good. Chips with like beef and chicken gravy. Just the chips and gravy sounds fucking delightful. I'm not sure about the curds thing. I'm guessing it's kind of cheesy, right? Is it cheese? Did it say cheese curds? I mean, chips with cheese and gravy. It does sound good.
Nom nom.
It sounds pretty decent, you know. I quite like the sound of it. I don't know if I'd travel all the way to Canada for it, but I'm sure there must be some way of doing it from home. To be fair, Miss Portland doesn't live that far from Canada. Maybe we can get it somewhere near Portland, or maybe we can drift up towards Canada land, you know. Maybe we can. Possibly, you know, it's not that far. Portland isn't that far from the border, is it? It's just cheese curds, but I don't know what cheese curds taste like because I've never had cheese curds. I've only eaten cheese. I don't know the difference between cheese curds and cheese. Like cottage cheese. I don't want it. If it tastes like cottage cheese, I'm out. If it tastes like cottage cheese, I don't want it. You can get that in Portland. Oh, there we go. I'll get poutin in Portland, and I don't need to go to Quebec. Bro, PDX is a miserable 6-hour drive from Canadian border, and that's if the traffic is good. But a 6-hour drive in the UK is a bit like going to the corner shop. Sorry, a 6-hour drive in America land is a bit like going to the corner shop over here, dude, right? So 6 hours is like a daily commute, isn't it? That's what I heard. Yeah, I'm going to have to try this poutin. Poutin! Isn't there a swear word that's very similar to putain? Like, I feel like French guys swear at me when they say that. Putain! Yeah, that's it, yeah. Redline, what your interests are is up to you. Tacos, pita, poutine. Well, how the fuck can Poutine equal poutine? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it should be poutine. It looks like it should be putain. Poutine. Pristine. Yeah, that's good. Pristine makes sense. Pristine poutine. Okay, I can see it. I like it. Yeah, that doesn't work with every word, by the way, but yeah, I can see it. I think the POU in front of it makes me think it's French, and the fact that it's coming from Canada makes me think it's French. And I suspect in France they wouldn't say poutine.
Poutine is great.
Poutine is great. Like, Robot Lady knows how to say it, and she's Ingarish. To be fair, when French Canadians say it, it sounds a lot like how you're saying it. Putain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have a great stream, mate. I play on PS5 and Xbox Series 10. I'm on my days off having a few beers and having a good run on PS5 at moment.
Rooting. I don't want to root him right now, mostly. I've got pain in the nadgers, thanks. Ross, thank you very much for the support, dude. I play on PS5 and Xbox Series X. I'm on days off having a few beers and having a good run on PS5. Very cool. I guess you're lucky you've got the choice there, because you can avoid the haxers by playing on PlayStation 5, I guess, can't you? That's kind of cool for you, dude. Sprishka, thank you very much for the support. Putain is great. It is, yeah. It looks lovely. Alpha, thank you. Smudger, thank you. Neo, Spiffy, Welverin, Tezza, Chiefs Reaper, thank you very, very much. It's pronounced Putang. Oh, that sounds legit, yeah. Poontang. Wow. These gloves suit you. I don't know why Walkman Stan, but these gloves suit you. I read that in my head. It sounded like the it sounded exactly like that. I see you know your judo well, sir. It sounded like that dude. R.I.P. that dude. Yeah, I'll have to talk to Miss Portland about trying this poutine. Good. A succulent Chinese meal. I'd like a succulent Chinese meal. My mum rang me earlier today. Not that she offered me a succulent Chinese meal. However, the kids are here this weekend. Well, Maggie's here this weekend, and we're going around my mum's for Sunday lunch now. I've just discovered today. She's like, "Oh, do you want a Sunday dinner on Sunday?" I was like, "Yep, that'd be lovely. I'd love it. Yep." Which is great. I'm looking forward to that. Sunday dinner, roast something, roast meat of some kind, and Yorkshire puddings and roast taters and all the things. Putain is a bit like curry sauce on chips, but instead of curry, it's gravy and cheese. I'm struggling with that. It's wet. It's wet. It sounds great though. I want us to try it. Pouton is a bit like gravy, curry sauce with chips, except you take the curry sauce away, so it's just like chips. Then you put something else on it. Sorry for the sarcasm. So wet chips in it. Well, I'm very keen on the curry sauce. Curry sauce is good. So if it's half as good as curry sauce, except for the there was one place I took Miss Portland where the curry sauce was not so great. It was a bit not. Ugh. We did have. I think we had fish and chips like 3 times in 2 weeks, which was maybe a touch more. Like, I don't have fish and chips 3 times in a year normally, but anyway, we did. Miss Portland was quite keen on curry sauce. I have to say, she was quite the fiend for curry sauce with chips. Yeah, showed her the whole of the English cuisine. She had a Bombay bad boy and fish and chips every night. It was great. That's not far from the truth, though. Large brain. It certainly looks good. Somebody was talking about poutine yesterday, and I was like, are they swearing at me in French? It was probably the same dude. Are they swearing at me in French, or is it actually a dish? Whereas today I actually checked it. I'm glad I did. I'm definitely going to try that. If you go to Quebec, you've got to get French onion soup. Do you get nice bread with it? Do you get nice bread with it? That'd be nice. I haven't had French onion soup, and I don't think I've ever had French onion soup. I'm prepared to try. Do you ever watch Beard Meats Food? I do. I quite like him. But the problem with Beard Meats Food is that there's nothing wrong with Beard Meats Food, the videos, but because it's on YouTube, it's really easy to go, oh, I'll watch the first 2 minutes and see what the challenge is, and then skip through 3/4 of the video and see if he makes the challenge, you know. It's too easy and too tempting to save most of the video watching, if that makes sense. So sometimes when I watch Beard Meats Food, I just watch the first 2 minutes and the last 2 minutes and call it done. Which I'm sure lots of people do with my videos as well, but nonetheless. Certainly some people do. It always makes me laugh. I release like an hour-long video at 6 PM, and at 6 PM exactly, someone types, "Great vid, mate. Really enjoyed it." You know, literally, like the video's been up 20 seconds, and they've typed, "Great video, mate. Really enjoyed it." That kind of thing irks me. I'm going to ban people like that from now on. Shivaya, well, I hope you enjoy the gaming, dude. Thanks for coming in. Don't go to Quebec for poutine. They make it 100 times better in Toronto. I think that sounds like something that Quebecians might disagree with. You can also make French onion soup. It's not difficult. Nah, that's not true, dude. My onions are English. My onions are specifically English, you know. Fuck me. AK-101. Wowzers. Wowzers. Just talking a French accent while making it, the onions won't notice. So if I get like a stripy blue and white jumper on and put like a chain of garlic around my neck or something, maybe a beret, then you're saying I can make French onion soup. Or a French stereotype soup, at least. I don't see anyone can eat that much food, especially at his size. Most of the competitive eaters that are good are actually slimmer dudes, aren't they? I don't know if it's something to do with them having lots of space to grow. I don't know, but like most of the competitive eaters are quite skinny, aren't they? It's weird. Like he eats like crazily large portions of stuff in like minutes. He likes a large portion and he likes to gobble it down right quick. But he is a very, very narrow dude, isn't he? He's a small fella. Just treat the onions with disdain, it will be enough. I've done that wrong, haven't I? It's down to fast metabolism. It can't be down to just fast metabolism. It can't be. You're not metabolizing... Like, if you're eating, like, the world's biggest burger in 25 minutes, your metabolism's not getting rid of it while you're still eating it. It's too quick. No one's got a metabolism that's that quick. It can't be. It must be more to do with having an ability to extend the shape of your stomach, like fit more in it than you should be able to fit in it. Because there's no way you're digesting like fucking like a 96-ounce steak in 20 minutes. It's a fucking steak. It's going to sit there a while, you know. So it's going to be more to do with like having a stomach that can stretch more and having like effectively exercised that skill over a time and got better at it.
Fuck your potato.
It might be metabolism. It might be. I'm just, but in my little old noggin, it feels a lot more likely that his stomach stretches better than most other people's. Please consider my flanks. I'm more concerned about my balls right now, dude. Sprishka, thank you for gifting Dreamin, the sub. Thank you. Just a heads up, I'm putting together an email for you this afternoon. Perfect. Right for when I'm off. That'll be good. I may not do much with it until Monday. I'll try, though. I'll try. Right, I'm not going to do the base. I need a weapon cleaning kit. Rather badly, so I'm going to go off looking for a weapon cleaning kit. Zippy, thank you very much for the 28 months. Beard is a gym fiend though, goes hard on intermittent fasting whenever not doing food challenges. He's disciplined as fuck. I'm sure he is. He seems like a good dude. I could not do, personally, I couldn't do eating challenges with that beard. I couldn't do it. It just seems, it seems like a problem, you know, like, you're just creating a barrier for yourself if you ask me, you know, like every video you watch, he ends up with some stuff down it, you know. I think I just couldn't do it.
Marriage is like Indian food. It starts hot and spicy but ends up with someone crying in the bathroom and regretting their choices.
Well, not always is it like that for Indian food, and hopefully it won't be like that with the other one as well. Crowd control, you've confused me a little there. Yes, Christian, beard meets food. Not going for evac. No, as I said, Dericles, I've got crazy good loot already, but what I need is a weapon cleaning kit. So I'm going off in search of a weapon cleaning kit. I've got a FAL and an AK-101, which is fucking great, but I need one weapon cleaning kit just to get everything back to worn. Oh, crowd control, yeah, okay, yeah. That's been seen as a bit of a negative because they were saying there was going to be a hotfix soon, and now they're saying it's going to be a while, you know, so... Yeah, so most people are somewhat down on that news. I wonder if that kind of eating will affect them when they're older. Well, lots of things can, you know, it depends. Like somebody just said, he's very disciplined and lives very healthily normally. Life is all about balance, you know. He's not doing that every day, is he, you know? But if he's doing an eating challenge a week, he's causing himself some health issues. But if he's eating and living really healthily otherwise, I'm sure he's fine, you know. Like what I do, you know, what I do streaming is very sedentary, you know. Like sitting for 8-9 hours a day. To be fair, sometimes 6 hours a day. I do more things than that, more than the stream. But just sitting, like it's not like if you're working an office 9 to 5 where you get up for proper breaks, maybe have a lunch break or something. It's not. It's really unhealthy. It's one of the most unhealthy things you can do, like sitting in a chair for a really extended period. But you've got to try and offset that in other ways. You know, I go out for a walk every day. I do weights and whatnot. You know. I died, Smelford. I died at Troitsko military base. Since then, I've been kind of plotting a loot route back into the map. Someone should invent a means to mute moderators on Twitch chats. I want to try this poutine. I'm definitely going to get that when I go to Portlandia next time. Paul, do you know why people prefer third-person DayZ? Getting third-person peaked ones seems like it would be enough. People like to see what gear they've got. They like to see their character. People that play third-person enjoy using the mode. They like to be the ones peeking the corners, you know. I know some people are going to go third-person's cheating and stuff in a minute, but I think it's kind of cool that we've got the choice. People enjoy both. First person is actually more popular than third person nowadays. It has gradually changed. Didn't used to be that way. Pretty much everyone played third person when it first began, but being honest, most people found the game because of Frankie on PC and all his videos were third person, you know. That's not a criticism of him. He played the game the way nearly everybody played it, you know, but as time has gone on, probably it's gradually become more popular to play first person for the game, you know, which is good. I think it's the better mode myself, but I'm glad that both exist. Like when I first started playing, I played third person. I thought it's the way everybody played, and it took me a long time to really get sort of turned into a first person player. I have not seen Portlandia, no. Dry bags are still in the game, yeah. Like Coventry City blue, Liverpool red, referee black, and I don't know who plays in green. Winner of the Masters green. I think third person is still the most played because console has more players than PC. Well, the devs put something out the other day where they were talking about being surprised that more people were playing first person, so I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't know the stats on console. It's a bit skewed as well because on console people can be playing it. I'm not saying you're wrong, I don't know, but on console people can be playing DayZ because of Game Pass, so they haven't bought the game, you know, which doesn't mean they're not a player. It's still significant, and I'm very glad they're there, you know, that's great. But on PC you can only play DayZ if you physically bought the game, which does make it a little... Well, I guess a few people get Game Pass on PC, but I think that's rarer. I'm not sure who plays more on what. to be honest, dude. I thought PC had the bigger player base than console, but I don't know, and I don't really care. I'm just glad people are playing the game wherever they're playing it. Right, so we're just going to drift over this way. I'm really looking for a weapon cleaning kit. That's the main goal right now. I fear the era where games are made with PC players primarily in mind is over. I don't, Psychedelic. I think that's less likely to be the case, I think personally, because it looks like Microsoft are going to make consoles be much more like PCs and they're going to be interchangeable, you know. Who knows exactly what's going on, but the crossplay between console and PC is probably something that Microsoft want. So I suspect that's probably not the case. I think, like, Xbox effectively is going to become like a PC platform in a way. There is a DayZ mobile game, Psychedelic, it's just not this one.
Hey, fuck your potato.
Sixer, thank you very, very much for the 33.
We ask this with all due respect, and do not intend to besmirch or tarnish the good name of MS Portland, but the issues of your bollocks, did the doctors diagnose these as overuse, the clap, gonorrhea, chlamydia, or just old age? Respectfully asking.
Yes, they did not diagnose it as that, you know. Bacterial infection. Thank you very much, Troll Tipper, I appreciate it. I have not got any of those other things, thankfully. Right, one sec, I'm just going to shut my door. It's getting a bit warm in here. Thank you very much for the tip, Sixer. Thank you, Zippy. Thank you, Sprishka. Cheers for the gifted sub once again. Oh, I've just shut the door. I'm all echoey in here now. That's weird. I can hear my own voice echoing back. Games are being overly simplified for more casual gamers. Armour Reforger is a good example. Well, I've not played much Armour Reforger. You might be right, but Armour Reforger is basically a buyable demo for a future title, isn't it? It's not even a game. It's basically a playable demo for Armour 4 that you have to buy, so it's a bit hard to really judge too much on that basis. It might possibly be more simple because they're not wanting to make it complex because they want Armour 4 to be more popular and be more like the simulatory Armour platform game that everybody's expecting, you know? What's your favourite western town in DayZ Chernarus? West End town in a dead-end world? West End town... I don't know. Maybe Zelenogorsk? Probably Zelenogorsk. It's one of the famous towns of the game. Probably Zelenogorsk. I don't go there very much, but yeah, it's got to be Zelenogorsk. Starry's not West Gorf. Starry's not a west town. Starry's kind of central of the map. It's definitely not west. You may not have picked that up because it was a YouTube question, but it was specifically what's your favourite West End town? I do quite like Sinnerstock, actually. Sinnerstock's kind of cool. For whatever reason, I just quite like it. That's an old song. Don't know what you mean, dude. I just made up my own song. Completely original. Real Madrid players are enjoying themselves today. Touch-a-many just beat up Valverde. Oh, holy shit. There's problems in paradise there are. Another season of not winning anything. Touch-a-many. Touch-a-many. Chew-many. Chew-a-many. Zvera is pretty cool, yeah. Reforger is a mill sim, but could be more complex. It kind of is, Mike, but Reforger is a playable demo of a mill sim, you know? Reforger is like the test bed for Arma 4. When people buy Arma Reforger, they're not buying a mill sim game, they're buying the playable demo of a future mill sim, right? It's not necessarily going to be as complex. These fucking guns. Bastard guns. Right, I'm going to hide it somewhere. No one will find it in case I die. There. Now we've got another gun if we need it. Hi, Spa Kansas. Hope you're good. I'm doing okay. I have epididymitis. That's 7, I believe, guys. 7 at the moment. So I'm a little bit testy. I'm sitting on a chair feeling like I've been kicked in the nuts. A little bit miserable. Is it 9, is it? Oh, I was 8 last time, wasn't it? Thanks, Danish. I knew there's a reason why I didn't ban you. You can count. And Diablo. Yeah, 9. Sorry. I did think at some point I'd forget how many we were on. And I did. To be honest, I'm impressed I didn't get it wrong for 3 hours and 7 minutes because, yeah, I've got other things on my mind right now. How goes DayZ today? It's fine until somebody sees me and then I die. Just had that a couple of weeks ago. It's not great, but a week of Cipro and I was good to go. I don't know what Cipro is. I'm guessing it's antibiotics, but I've got 2 weeks of doxycycline. Where are we headed? Krona, Tricresta? I don't know, dude. This way. We're not going anywhere near those just yet. I had to listen to the poutine discussion during my 6-hour commute to work here this morning. Now I'm starving. 6-hour commute to work? Holy shit. You could have driven to Canada from Portland in that time. The MP7 is a good, is a modded gun. Cipro is another antibiotic. We don't have that one here. If they do, it's probably got another name. All of the antibiotics here are called something isin or amoxicillin or penicillin or isin or doxycycline. I'm sure Cipro does exist here, but we probably have some slightly longer name. It's probably called ciprozilazine or some shit. Release rest of game by DLC. They haven't done that with DayZ, have they? Take your B. They've only done 2 DLCs. The game's been out 12.5 years. They're about to do a 3rd, and the DLCs are only maps, so I don't really agree. Ciprofloxacin. Okay, yeah, we'll just call it that. That's why. Can we count up to 15 today? I can't. "12 years and the only people still play it's because modders keep it alive." Well, that's your opinion, dude. I think there's a bit more to it than that, but the modders definitely do help. However, to be fair, dude, modding is a big part of Bohemia's ethos. They created all the modding tools. DayZ came from a mod from Arma 2, so it's a little bit harsh in a way to criticise DayZ for being supported by modders when it's literally one of Bohemia's ethoses for their games and has been since they started. So if it wasn't the case, we wouldn't have DayZ because there wouldn't have been modding on Arma 2, would there? So despite the fact that you might want to say it's nothing to do with Bohemia, it absolutely is something to do with Bohemia because it's part of their ethos for their games, isn't it? But yeah, I get a vibe that you're not massively a fan of Bohemia or DayZ. That's okay. You're entitled to your view. I think they're probably not the worst developer out there, to be honest. Like H1Z1 came out long after DayZ standalone did. Well, how did that go? You know. I love DayZ. Well, okay, you just seemed a bit of a Debbie Downer about it all, you know, but it's okay. It's fine. Sometimes people like to come in to just tell us how shit the game is before they move on, but I'm glad you like the game, you know. I don't think... I think Bohemia, the company, have made some mistakes. I think the devs are doing the best they can with a tough job, personally. I've met some of the devs. They work fucking hard, and they're being asked to do quite a lot of things with not many people, let's say, but... yeah, I think Bohemia have definitely made mistakes, but they're still supporting the game, and it's 12 and a half years old. I've got to be honest, I thought they'd have stopped by now. I'm glad that it's still going. Modding has 100% kept DayZ relevant. Some of the maps are extremely well done. There's no denying that modding has played a big part in DayZ's success. There's no denying it. Maps in particular, yeah, they keep the game fresh. But the devs have made a big difference too, you know. This patch is diabolical right now, but the game from 1.0 to now has massively improved, you know. The devs have done a good job at making the game better. They have. They've been incrementally improved the game. This patch has been a sort of shit show, unfortunately, for many different reasons. But it will get there. Modders have played a huge part in it. Server owners hosting servers have played a huge part in it. Communities, server owners like keeping cheats out of the servers and adminning servers and giving us places that are safe havens from cheats to play a part in it. Modders do. Stream twats and YouTubers have a small part in being the shop window for the game and the adventures you can have and maybe turning people on to play the game. I'd say more than anybody else, probably aside from the people that made the game, the single biggest impact on DayZ's popularity was probably Frankie on PC, for example, you know. Like, I wouldn't have bought the game were it not for his videos, you know. So, there's a whole host of different people that play a part in it, but the devs do play a part in it, and to pretend they don't is kind of a nonsense, you know. They do. I haven't missed anything. I thought I'd missed an alert. There's bullets in that shotty. Oh my god, I'm not comfortable today. Ryan, it's definitely not Tanoa Art from Armour imported to DayZ. They look nothing alike. They took the terrain and then completely rechanged it. It's not the same at all, is it? You know, like, it wasn't built from the ground up. It was built on the chassis of Tanoa, but it's not just Tanoa with snow. That's nonsense, isn't it? You know, the map is completely different. It doesn't mean it's perfect. I've been fairly critical about Sakal in some ways, but it doesn't have any kind of resemblance to Tanoa. The volcano's not even in the same place. Well, but that's just the way. Like this map we're playing right now, Ryan, which is the most seminal map in the game, was not built for DayZ. There is no map made by the devs that was built specifically for DayZ right now. You know, none. That doesn't mean they're bad though. The mouse was made for Arma 2 DayZ mod, and yet people are still here, or Arma 2 mod, whatever. People still massively love Namausk and think it's one of the best DayZ maps. You know, like. Yes, Chernarus came from Armour 2. Livonia was made by Armour 3 devs, or was made for Armour 3 and converted. Zakal was converted from Tanoa, and Badlands is going to be made specifically from the ground up for DayZ. So we'll see whether that's any better or worse. I guess we'll find out soon, hopefully. The reality is, though, that even Badlands is going to have quite a lot of assets from the other games because they're not going to create a whole new bank. They are doing a lot of new assets, but they're not going to do everything from scratch because that's more like new game territory, I guess, you know. So there's still going to be some reuse of assets on Badlands, of course. Yeah, exactly. Chernarus has changed so much since even when Standalone first came out. Like, the map is so different than it was then. But it's still not a new map, is it? It's not new from the ground up. But it's still the best map in the game for many, me included. Fuck. How the fuck did he hit me a second time? I hope I'm behind a fence. Oh my god. What? What fucking hill is he shooting me from? He's shooting from the other hill. I thought he was up the hill. I think he was in front of me at the well, not behind. In fact, it did come up at the top. It didn't come up. The blood spatter was at the top, so he was in front of me on the other side of the hill. So I laid down in a terrible position there. I thought the dude was behind me, but thinking about it, the blood spatter was at the top. Get in the house, Jesus. Ital, I thought he was up the hill. I went prone to get my stamina back. Fuck me dead, dude. Unfortunately, he was behind me. I thought he was in front of me as I went prone. Oh, that sucks. So there's a dude camping the well at Svir. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to call it there. I know it's only 3 hours and 20 minutes in, but I'm just not feeling it. Not because I died. I don't really care, you know. I'm quite happy to start again, but I'm sitting here like fucking not feeling fun, in pain, and I just can't be bothered, I'm afraid. I just don't want to do it. I nearly stopped before I died, but I'm definitely stopping now. It's kind of annoying to lose the FAL and the AK-101 without shooting a bullet, but it is what it is. I'm gonna call it and then not be sitting in this chair because that's gonna help me a lot. I feel like fucking shit sitting in this chair. Hopefully by Monday it'll be gone, or it will certainly be not painful. We shall see. We shall see. Thanks a lot for coming in. Apologies for the short stream, but I need to get out of this chair. I didn't even watch Saturday's video. I haven't watched it. Finn's gonna render it, and we're gonna release it on Saturday. But I just couldn't sit in the chair. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it now. I will be back again on Monday, hopefully with a full bill of health, with any luck. We shall see. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Wiltshire, thank you for the 40 months. That's me done. I'll be back again on Monday. Have a good one. Love you. Bye.